little bites. Little bits.
We got fucking toilets and shit.
Got little toilets. Stupid.
It's this massive balloon with this super tiny face on it.
I just love that he's going through. He's just like, you stupid fucking asshole.
You don't watch,
look at this fucking
you don't watch
shit.
Rick and Morty? You should give it a chance.
Okay,
I
can we
have.
start this
I
stream?
have.
Because I already know what I want to talk about right now.
Well, we're not talking about it.
We went live at Little Bits. Yeah, we're live. Hey, everybody. New episode. Yeah, I'm Nick.
I'm Tyler.
Joe.
Shannon.
Corey.
In this episode is called Two Brothers.
Yeah, it's just called Two
It's-
Brothers.
it's-
No, that's the part you missed on the video that I just told you, even though we're live. Is it finishes out and he's just naming the title and he's like, it's called Two, fuck it. It's just fucking called Two Brothers. And then Justin Roiland, the actor doing the part, starts laughing in the sound booth. He's like, fuck it. I'm just going to call it Two Brothers. And you can hear him start trailing off in the sound booth. And they just left it in and we're like, fuck it. Just let him. The whole episode, they just put a mic in front of him and said talks. And then they animated anything he said.
Oh.
That's why they make a joke about it. It seems like there's an improvisational feel to this. But, leading into that,
Joe can't wait to talk about Trover.
Trover Saves the Universe comes out next week, and it is getting really good reviews.
The video game?
Yes!
Yeah.
So, if anyone wants to play it, if you like it, Nick, I really don't think you're going to like this game.
I'll pick it up for $15.
But, if anybody wants to play it, it comes
only
out on
15.
June... Well, that's the thing. So, it comes out on June 4th. However, it's on PC, at least, exclusive to the Epic Store. If you want it on PS4, you can get it on PS4, it's $30. But on the Epic Store, if you pre-order, it's marked down to $26. It's $26.99.
Yeah.
But because of the Epic Store sale right now,
I still need to
everything's
check it out.
$10 off. So it's $16.99 for a brand new release game.
I got Observer, which starts at $30
This is really
and it
good.
drops to $12.
Yeah.
So I have it installed. I'm just ready to like stream it.
What's
play
that?
it. It's basically your space station's AI, and you're leading scientists through to try and repair the station. But it's a horror game. I don't know how, but people have actually said that it's not so much
really good.
jump in your face, scary all the time.
It's
more
really
gives you that
the creepy
uneasy-
atmosphere the entire time. It does not let
Oh,
up.
I think I remember seeing a case like the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cover art looks pretty cool.
Yeah,
It's
that's
it's
right.
like the pixelated
Yeah.
shit. Yeah. Just to catch you up from last week, because you were watching last week
Yeah.
and then stopped watching. Did
Yeah.
you go back and watch the remainder of the
No,
episode?
I did not.
So, the whole like us playing video games for the month.
Yeah.
We are doing Portal and Portal 2 for this month.
Oh,
Already finished Portal 1.
awesome! Yeah, I can literally beat that
Yeah.
in like a couple
Well,
hours.
Yeah.
Because who here hasn't finished Portal 2?
That
So
guy.
you
beat the story.
I beat
I kn-
Portal 2, yes.
I beat the co-op. I never beat the story.
Same.
Literally, like...
The story is
The abomination.
phenomenal.
The
I know.
abomination.
Yeah.
So
Like
well-
don't get me wrong, the co-op is actually a lot of fun.
It
the
is.
co-op is a
It-
The
blast.
story
But yeah.
they put into it was amazing.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a story.
I had
But-
this, when I still remember the night that I beat the final like 3 or 4 puzzles of Portal 2 after I got home from school that day, and I probably finished it at like 6, 7 o'clock at night, and I had to I didn't play games for a couple days
See,
because it sat with me like, holy shit,
I made
that was a fucking
the
experience.
stupid mistake to be in a party with other people,
Oh, God.
and while I was doing the final boss fight, there's a final boss fight. Just say
Yeah.
they spoiled it. I was thoroughly upset. Now the game still, the story,
I will say,
like, that
again,
was fucking-
Nobody
Why
has
gives you
spoiled this
lemons?
game for me.
Yeah.
Lemon grenades
I still say...
or
that-
fire lemons.
The boss.
It's got Spider-Man. No.
The boss is Mecha Hitler.
No, you're thinking Wolfenstein. That's the other
Oh.
game. That's the other game.
I still say
Very
all
similar
the
to
spoilers
very
that ever
similar to
happened.
Portal.
Yeah, not wrong.
Understanding not everyone here has played it, so no actual spoilers. But the best spoiler still has got to be Kaylee walking in on you playing Bioshock Infinite.
Wow. So, dropping it back to Bioshock, I know we have to talk about everyone's games and stuff. Did you guys talk about Bioshock last week?
We did.
We did very briefly.
Paradiddle,
Yeah.
I like the game. That's all I'm going to throw in.
Yeah.
It's a great fucking game. Yeah. What is it we're doing oh, that's what we're doing. So everyone here has beaten Borderlands 1.
Okay.
So we are doing Portal 2 this month. Next month we are going to play Borderlands 2 from beginning to end plus all DLC.
Together?
Well, that's what we need to do is split into 2 groups. People that can play like at night and people that can play at late night. And then stream and then have a race to see which group can finish with all DLC
I
first.
really hope
We
you
got
don't
this.
stream in like really high resolution.
But-
I was gonna
Well-
say, that's really not fair. You guys get home at like 2 a.m. and stay up till fucking 8.
yeah.
Okay.
Some of us
All
are-
right,
I get
okay.
off at
All right,
4.
6. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
Well,
I
okay.
still respect myself enough to get a full 8 hours.
Okay.
But here's the other
I know.
here's the other thing. Did anybody hear what was announced to be announced at E3?
Yes, I think.
Maybe.
Borderlands 2 DLC to bridge to 3.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
So they're
It's
doing
supposed-
story DLC
it's
to
supposed
bridge
to
3.
launch during E3.
Yes.
They're going
Oh,
to
that's
unveil a
neat.
new DLC pack that's going to bridge the gap between 2 and 3.
And if you already own
For one.
2 Borderlands 2.
Trying to buy Trover. Okay.
So if you already own 2 and own the complete edition
Sure.
stuff, they said all future DLC, now including this, is free. So
Are
this
you
will be
kidding me?
what?
All DLC or just like?
What?
I
If you
just
own-
spent
if-
like
no, if-
$30 to
if
buy
you-
all the DLC.
if
To-
you
if
own
you
the
bought
game-
the complete edition,
Okay.
which is
Free.
everything and all the
Okay.
and all
I
that
thought
stuff.
You were saying, oh, if you got Borderlands 2, we're just gonna give you all the DLC.
No,
No,
like
if
all
you have the
future
complete
DLC.
edition, which is what you have now,
Yes.
this DLC will be free.
Okay.
I think all I might have all of it, but I think all I have is Tiny Tina's Adventure or whatever it's called.
Oh, Tiny Tina's installed on Dragon's Keep.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was pissed speaking of Bioshock, so I went through and reinstalled it and started
Uh-huh.
playing. I was like, it looks okay, but I was like, it doesn't look as great as they were talking about how it was supposed to look. I didn't install remastered, I installed Bioshock.
Well, and here's the other issue I have. So I'm playing this on a computer, and I'm like, all right, this is great. I got a high-end computer. Let's do this. Let's mess with the graphic settings. You can set the resolution. That's all of the graphic
that's
settings
not that surprising.
in Bioshock and the remaster. That is
How old of a game it is, I'm not
Yeah,
surprised.
that exactly. It's just like I can't really like when I went back, I still haven't beat Force Unleashed 2. I literally have to finish the very end so it doesn't fucking crash. But I can change the graphical aspects, but the difference between low and ultra is may as well be between fucking Xbox 360 and Xbox 360S.
Yeah.
Was there even a difference on the S?
That's my
No.
point.
I was gonna
It's
say
like,
on
it
the
is
No,
also
it's not.
One S, it was like, oh hey, now it's a 4K Blu-ray player,
Right.
but like the
It's
360, I don't think
HDR,
they did
yeah.
anything.
no,
You know.
it's slim.
Can you do HDR without 4K?
Yeah.
Really? What's
Can
the
you have a
point?
Blu-ray TV?
like a TV with a built-in Blu-ray player.
Dude, I get the
That was
dumbest-
the same thing someone said today.
I get the
We were talking
dumbest
about high def
fucking questions.
something, and one of the guys was like, "Yeah, a buddy of mine was arguing. He was talking about how he wanted a Blu-ray TV, and everyone was like, a TV with a Blu-ray built in." And he goes, "No, TV that has Blu-ray quality." And they're like, "An ultra high def TV?" And they're like, "No, Blu-ray TV."
So 1080 TV. Got
I
it.
swear, next customer I have that walks into Walmart and is like, "Hey, I want to get a new like HD TV." I'm like, "You mean a Blu-ray TV?"
Oh my god. Yes, thank you. I keep calling him that, and nobody knows what I'm talking about.
That's the easiest way. They're gonna look at me and go like, "Can I speak to someone else?" I don't want this guy helping me pick a TV. Oh, you mean one of them picture boxes? Yeah, we got those.
So what's everyone been playing?
A fucking shitload of ESO.
A lot of
I
ESO,
made it
like a
that
lot of
answer.
ESO.
I saw.
How much? Oh my god, how much
He
fun
has
is
a
that?
Scythe. He goes. Whoosh.
I've seen a lot.
Wait.
a
How
lot
do-
of
how do- how does-
references on my
how does
Dolmen
Scythe
runs.
Ready?
work?
One more time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of
I got it.
while I'm doing my Dolmen runs. It's just I'm running around trying to attack things, and then like 7 scythes just appear.
I'm kind of let down, in the aspect. So, and I know why. It's not the game's fault at all. It is my own fucking imagination. The same thing with World of Warcraft. The spells are cheesy to me. Okay.
Yeah.
They are cheesy, and it bothers the shit out of me. That's why I like Skyrim. Everything you did, like when you throw up the barrier and it shows the whole barrier energy. Even it was a game that came out in 2011, and it still was just like had the aspect of being a mage. This game, it still doesn't have like the cheesy scythe. I'm like, oh, it's cool. It heals me. It's cheesy. Like I was hoping like he would take a stat, like his staff or something, and it would transform into a scythe. Instead, it's like you just grab a glowy scythe.
Okay, I have to say one thing. Like, this isn't about the game. This is just about Epic Store in general that I just found out that I love. So I've never actually bought a game from the Epic Store yet. Like, I've just gone through and like, done free games. It literally has a thing on here where here is a list of like 1,000 different creators. Literally, when you buy something, just name one of these creators. Whoever it is, we'll go through and throw them an extra few bucks just because you're a fan. So just tell us who you want us to throw it to.
That's cool. I've not ever done that.
Like, what the fuck? I'm literally going through trying to like find a list of like it's literally just talking about like. Yeah, if you buy anything from V-Bucks to fucking games, just type in their service tag and we'll like send them some money.
Oh yeah, that's the.
But
Okay,
I'm like,
never mind,
I
I
can't
have heard
find.
that. The Epic Creator.
I'm trying to find like
You have to have so many
service
followers.
tags.
Because I was gonna sign up for it, and then I was like, oh wait, no, I don't have 1,000 followers on a regular basis.
Right.
Silly me. But no, the scythe. The scythe isn't bad. It's the. I saw someone throw the flaming skull. That one I was not a fan of personally. It made me think of the warlock from World of Warcraft. And I think that first spell, Shadow Bolt, is just the cheesiest fucking thing.
I always know when necromancers use their ultimate because I'll be doing a dolmen run and the boss will spawn, and then all of a sudden, like 15 giant flesh Atronachs or flesh Colossuses will just spawn from the ground, smash into the boss, and then retract into the ground, and the boss is dead.
So is that the best one? Is that?
That's the one I see the most of.
I was gonna say because the one you pick for. With the scythe, that whatever the class that is, it turns you into one of those apparently, and it changes your move set. Gives you like 40,000 HP or something.
I see one. The one I see the most of is this giant flesh Atronach comes out of the ground, smashes whatever enemies in the area, and then just disappears.
That's like the DPS spec. It starts with the flaming skull.
Yeah,
I heard.
Like the troll type thing.
Yeah.
Why that? I did not know that was a player doing that.
Oh yeah.
For like 12 dolmens. I was like, what the fuck is that jumping out at me? And I was like, oh, it's another player.
I have heard that the tank spec is a blast as Necromancer.
That's the one I picked. That's what the scythe. That's because the scythe hits and it heals you. The second thing you get is skeletal armor, which I will say actually looks really fucking cool. Instead of just being a cheesy buff, it actually you have like skeleton bones that crawl up your back.
That's awesome.
And then kind of surround and then kind of on your chest. So that actually looks really cool, and then when it drops, it becomes a corpse that I guess you can then siphon off of or something. I don't know. I don't want to harp on the game. I don't know what to do, I guess, is kind of my main point at all. I don't know what... I have a sword and shield, and I'm like...
Hit the shit out of it.
Pokemon?
Basically.
But yeah,
I killed a rat, and I got fishing stuff.
There you go.
There was literally one point the other day where I just fished for like an hour because I have so much bait that I was just like, fuck it, I'll just go fish. And I literally made like 2,000 gold off of just fishing.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, and I just went and sold all the fish. I don't know how to cook them or anything. I haven't learned any of that in the game.
Yeah.
The only thing is I put points into are enchantments and...
Enchantments?
Enchantment!
And alchemy are the two. And I had to do alchemy just because Full Metal Alchemist.
Going back into this game, it has been so long. I have a level 40 mage.
Yes.
I think it's mage. Sorcerer, thank
Yeah.
you. Who uses dual swords, because I think when the game first came out, that was the strongest spec.
That was the meta.
I don't know what any of the metas or anything. I haven't done any research whatsoever.
Archer.
Is it Archer?
For DPS, typical Archer meta.
Again, we're having issues with the sound quality, so we're trying to sort it out. But yeah, I mean, I can turn it up, but I don't. To be brutally honest, I think it's recording us off of that mic,
Oh.
even though it says it's recording off of these mics. I think.
Can you
Man,
mute
I'm
that?
really
You
glad
should be
we
able
bought a
to.
$500.
No. Like I mean,
I love the way you say no.
No.
No one else can do it.
No.
You tried it the other day. You almost had it.
What is it? Do it again for me, Nick.
no.
Can you do it? Can you?
No.
Exactly. He's the only person I've ever met in my whole life that it just
No.
the big deal.
No.
I just remember like when we were kids, it used to drive people crazy because it started out slow, and I don't know if you even caught this, but it was started. He was like, no.
Well, that's the drummer. Can you paradiddle the no?
Can you paradiddle the no? That's the name of the episode. That or tiny bits. Little bits. That's it.
But
God, I really kind of want to go to PopCon.
so
now
is the
just to
whole
meet him.
Cyrodiil thing, the whole PvP, is that still a thing?
I have
still
not
think
once set foot in
it's-
Cyrodiil.
It's a fucking lag fest.
Is it
Still,
really?
Still, really?
still a fucking lag fest. But
You just have shit internet.
all right.
Yeah, you don't got that
All
gigabit,
right.
bro.
Fuck off, all of you.
What if that's? I'm like, everything's perfectly fine. What's going
Um,
on?
No, it's just it's still a
Why is
lag
Tyler
fest.
lagging behind?
They've introduced some other cool features, like now you can destroy bridges and shit like that to make
That's
it
so
to
cool.
cut off like supply routes and
That's
respawn
cool.
routes. It's still it depends on what campaign you get into for the for Cyrodiil, but certain campaigns are dominated by certain factions because Cyrodiil is still the only place that is faction dependent.
Yeah.
If you're Daggerfall and Daggerfall is the least populated, sorry about you.
Yeah.
I will also say they've on this latest update they added a new feature for Cyrodiil and that stuff, which are artifact weapons, which are really fucking cool. So basically, like, you're playing PvP in Cyrodiil and you're doing your normal PvP stuff. Then you'll get a notification saying, hey, artifact weapon currently in play. Somewhere on the map, an artifact weapon has spawned. And this is a weapon that is, like, imbued with so much power, you can use it to kill multitudes of people with one swing.
Imagine,
Like-
imagine
from,
going back to
Fortnite.
Destiny and
Yeah.
picking up Crota's sword,
yeah, okay.
and you
The
just
Sword of a
start
Thousand Truths.
demolishing people.
In PvP. But again, it's one of those where it just spawns in a random place and won't tell anybody where it's at. So everybody goes looking for this
Are
thing.
there popular spawn points? Because I feel like
I'm
that's
sure
how-
there are.
it
Probably.
kinda sucks, but
I'm sure there
it
are.
would be cool to just find like there's a rock in the middle of a field with it's stick like a sword is thing, cool shit like that. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, no, that's about
So
it.
can you keep the weapon after you leave?
No.
Okay.
It's
Only
it's
Cyrodiil.
only in Cyrodiil.
Say it right.
No, Cyrodiil.
Let me just never leave Cyrodiil.
Well, I mean, it resets after so many uses.
Oh, that's stupid.
That
It
makes
should be
sense.
it should be a permanent thing that one person gets and then no one else can ever get.
How
and it
does
just
the
breaks the
king
game.
stuff work? I'm assuming that's
So in the
Oh,
center
yeah.
of
Emperor.
Cyrodiil is
Yeah.
the Imperial City.
right.
To become emperor,
Yeah.
your faction has to control I think it's 8 keeps
Sure.
around the Imperial City.
And you suck to be
And-
the top player.
You have to be the top player in that campaign for your faction.
Yeah.
So if you're Daggerfall Covenant, you have to be at the top of the leaderboards for Daggerfall Covenant with
So it's
and-
only like streamers and like
not
people that
not
spend their
not
life
typically.
on it.
It's people that are focused on PvP. If you are not a PvP only player, you're
Yeah.
not going to get Emperor.
Sure.
But if you
I
Let's
know
do it,
people that
guys.
don't
typically
skill-
It is-
Emperor
it
That would
is
be so
One of
Emperor
us is
is
taking
the person that is running a guild, like a PvP focused
Yeah.
guild, and they are saying, okay, we're going into this campaign and we are going to dedicate this 6-hour play session to doing nothing but capturing keeps.
I wish we all had the same time off.
Agreed.
I got it. Let's just all make this our full-time job.
We used to, and then
It's all
somebody
just
went to
quit.
days.
No, I'm saying let's just quit our jobs. Everyone.
Got him.
Yeah.
And me.
What did I
Sorry,
do?
went to days before
You went to days.
Yeah.
If you hadn't gone to
If you hadn't gone to days, we would all still have the same schedule. And your schedule's been the same for
Yeah, that was my
years.
schedule was the same for
True.
like 5 years.
Yeah.
But now I do a good job.
I do a good job.
It's not that you
Good.
don't do a
I'm
good
Rox
job.
gets
I'm
head
good.
pats.
I'm failing my guildies.
No,
We're the Knights of Good.
I played a lot of ESO this week too.
Remember the Faceless Men of Bravo,
Just
which is a
fucking
badass guild
dolmen
name.
runs. I'm at like CP 130. I'm almost there. I am excited to like actually go out and play the game, and I know that sounds terrible. I'm excited to actually go out and play the game once I hit CP 160.
By the way,
I
but
understand that.
I do have a comment to make to you on that.
What?
Thanks for ruining the fucking game for me.
Because now he can't
I
do
can't
anything until he.
anything else. All I've been
My
trying to do is
pleasure.
level up now, and now I'm just like, wow, I really missed when I was able to fucking do shit.
I know. I'm
Because
sorry.
now
It's-
every time I go to turn in a quest, and I'm like, fuck, what if I don't, like, what if I turn this in now and I get a really shitty, like, piece of armor,
No,
and if I
will say
if I
this.
even
I will say
160,
this.
I'd have got a
The
really
only-
nice piece.
The only rewards that are really gonna be affected by that is like the end of the main quest line for said zone, or
Yeah.
like that. Like only the capstone quests are really going to be affected by that. The quests that you are just getting, when you're completing a quest hub, those rewards aren't really
And
going
half
to
the
be
time I'm going to
anything
somebody and I'm like,
serious.
fuck, I gotta look in the menus and see how many more quests are and make sure this isn't the last one. And
Yeah,
like,
that again, I am
Are we
excited to
still
enjoy.
Evanhart?
Oh yeah,
No.
all the way. Fuck you.
Well, yeah. I was gonna say I always play Ebonheart. He always plays Ebonheart. But again, like we can all still
We
play
don't
together.
play-
Yeah, I prefer everything, but Evanhart.
Well, I wanted to.
Almeri Dominion because I really like
Wow.
that. I really like
That's
the
a
elf
little far,
storyline.
He thinks I'm his slave. That's why.
Yeah,
Daggerfall
clearly.
Daggerfall Covenant because their cities are gorgeous.
So that's the
Ebonheart.
thing. When
No,
I
what are you
made
playing?
my
Dark
whatchamacallit,
Elf.
I wanted to make
You didn't swipe that?
Daggerfall.
Yeah,
But I
dark
was afraid-
Son of a bitch.
dark elves and Argonians are the
Should be
slaves
like-
of the high elves and wood elves. Or well, wood elves
Should
are
be
just
like
kind of there and allow it to
30
happen.
They're just like
Times harder than I meant
gremlins.
to.
Yeah.
It was meant to be like a
Well, I really wanted.
They're just
Like,
they're
I know.
they're Switzerland.
Like all my characters are Bretons because I love the Breton race, which are super racist for some reason. I just like how the Bretons are more magic imbued and all that fun shit.
Can they add a feature? They need to add a feature.
What?
Has anyone actually been playing like in Elsewhere?
No, not in
I mean,
elsewhere yet.
I'm doing the
Where?
tutorial in elsewhere.
Elsewhere?
Where?
I hate you. No.
Nice.
There's a new race of Khajiit.
Yeah.
They're little bitty kittens that talk.
Yeah.
Why can't I play one of those?
That's just like asking why can't I play World of Warcraft and pick my race as a dog?
No,
That's
so
fine.
here's the thing.
No, it's
This
it's
is what I just saw in my head. We're all on our different mounts, riding viciously, and out of nowhere, we all look to our right, and there's Nick, and he's just got a cat on his shoulder.
Oh no.
like
I would have a leash and I would be taking off on a fucking horse, dragging him through the field.
Dude, seriously, oh my god, there's literally one that I ran into in the
He
storyline.
wants to be
So,
Puss in Boots.
I literally ran up. So how I found this out, like people in chat had been talking like.
By the way, this was announced day one when Elsewhere was
Yeah,
announced.
don't
But
follow
continue.
anything on the news. I literally
Same.
bought Elsewhere because you said, hey, like it started today, and I was like, oh sweet. So
I also bought elsewhere because you told me to.
yeah, we all just follow your orders.
Basically.
I didn't buy it.
Officer Doofy reporting for duty.
No, it's
Oh yeah, it's this.
All I know is I was playing, and people had talked about it a little bit in chat, and I didn't know what they were talking about. But I showed up, and it was like, oh, go and talk to this person. And I walk up, and I can't talk to him yet. Like they're doing the whole like they're interacting and stuff, and you gotta listen to them, and then you can talk to him. And I'm literally staring at him, and it's like talking, and then another voice, and I'm like, what the fuck is talking? I look down, and there's an itty bitty little cat. The cat is the one you're supposed to be talking to. I was like, what the fuck?
Probably done like that on purpose.
I was like, who the fuck
Yeah.
is talking? And I was like, oh my god, because they actually like purr in the middle of their words, and I'm just like,
So, that is, I think, my one so far downside to the game. There is, and I don't know, it's hard to explain. So, like, when I start off, like, right, like in the tutorial, I wake up, there was a dragon attack, and you
See, I haven't played
somehow
any of this.
survived. Was the tutorial.
well, yeah, but it's a different tutorial than what we played.
Right. And so I went through, and it's just like, talk with this person. And he's just like, blah, 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 generic, blah, 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 blah. Go that way. It's just, it didn't draw me in at all. It got to the point where some characters I was just like, skip.
Oh, that sucks.
See,
I
I
know,
know. I really
it's-
enjoyed Cold Harbor.
Well, see, that's the thing.
Waking up
The
in
very
Cold
first
Harbor,
one,
I
when
was
you're
like,
like
that
the
was
soul
cool.
or whatever,
Yeah.
I listen to what everyone says.
Oh, yeah,
It's
no,
super
100%.
drawn. A lot of the tutorials now, because I did the Morrowind one too, and it's,
So I was gonna say the Cold Harbor one I thought was really cool.
yeah.
Do you still go to Cold Harbor?
Eventually.
In Elsewhere? Like if you start just
So
Elsewhere?
if you start in Elsewhere, once you get the first mission for the Harborage, I believe your mission is to go to Cold Harbor and then play through the Cold Harbor stuff.
Yeah.
It
So
doesn't make any sense then, because that changes storyline.
Not necessarily.
So the way
Because
the way I played it was my character was sacrificed by Mana Marco to Molag Bal. I was sacrificed and was trapped in Cold Harbor. And
Yeah.
I had to find a way to escape, and now I'm running around Tamriel without a soul. That's part of the storyline.
Yeah.
Because
That's
they
the main
sent me-
story
they
because the
sent
main
me back to-
storyline
yeah.
is you going back to Cold Harbor to get your soul back from Molag Bal.
Yeah,
Right,
so my point
but-
is, if he never got sacrificed and killed and sent to Cold Harbor,
Why did
he's
he have
just
a soul?
appeared in Cold Harbor. Where'd
Yeah.
his soul go? You're
Yeah, I
you're
don't
a
know.
ginger. You just don't have
makes
one.
sense.
So,
It's all them freckles.
Unless I don't know, but like that's what I'm saying. Is there a point where like you're going and it's like, oh, I beat the main story, and then it starts, and it's like, oh, I was kidnapped and then like taken by Man Marco?
I don't know.
Are
I don't
there
think so.
also like random events like there were originally.
Dolmens
Dolmens and all that?
I was just say
I don't
yeah.
know what the hell dolmens are.
Dolmens
Where
are
giant anchor goes. Shh.
Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how you level
Those
up
are what I'm
fast.
talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are how we're. That's how I'm speaking.
Well,
right now.
that's what I mean. Whenever I originally was playing, that's all we did was just run. It got to the point where it's like we can go do the story or anchor thing.
We'll see, but now
We're doing
it's
runs,
set
we're
up
doing
because
anchor
because
runs.
everything's timed out.
Yeah.
If you go to the Alakir Desert,
Yeah.
there's a dolmen, and a dolmen.
Yeah.
Usually it's counterclockwise, occasionally it's clockwise, but you start here, and then when you finish that one, go to this one, boom, it's already ready to go. Fast travel to this one, boom, ready to go. Fast travel to this one, and you
And
literally
it's
just
right-
loop
it's
it,
right next to
and
the
loop
race
it, and
runs.
loop
you
it.
can finish the loop in about 10 minutes,
Oh, and you get a few levels up.
and you get a lot. And literally, you join a raid group of 25 other players with probably another full raid group following your group.
And
And
yeah,
you
there's
sit-
like
and
50, 60 people
50,
running
60
this at a
people
time.
Running just running this loop
All day,
The
all
issue
night.
with
over
it
and
though
over and
is
over.
so in order I did this the other day and got pissed. So when you go into an actual like you enter a dolmen, like you walk up to the thing,
Yeah.
you have to land a hit on something in order to qualify to get the like at the end, like right now where I'm at, I'm getting like 5,000 experience at the end of every dolmen.
At champion level, I'm getting about 38,000 XP per level
But-
per dolmen.
I'll literally like I ran in the other day and there were so many fucking people that by the time I saw an enemy health bar and I was like, oh shoot at that, it was already dead. So
See,
I
that-
literally ran in and I couldn't hit anything.
That's why it's good to be in groups.
And then it was like correct. But the other day when we all grouped up, it was really quick. So one of the things you can do is like go through and I guess you just send a notification essentially. But if you type like X in
There's an
zone chat,
add-on that scans chat, and if you type a certain keyword into chat, the add-on will automatically invite you to the raid group. And so typically when you get into Alakir Desert, you type either X, Y, or Z.
And those are
zone
the
chat,
3
and
groups
you
that are
get-
running, and
those
then
would be
you'll.
the 3 groups that are constantly running.
we did it the other day though. You guys weren't there, so I was like, okay, I'll go in. So I went in, I hit X, nothing. Okay, Y, nothing. Okay, Z, nothing. So I sent a thing and I was like, hey, are there any dolmen groups that are open? No responses from anybody. Okay, so I'm running and I was like, hello, is there anybody that like I was being nice about it, but I was like, I need can somebody send me an invite? Nobody sent me an okay. So finally this guy was like, oh hey, are you like. He was like, are you trying to get in? And I was like, yeah, okay, I'm trying to get in. Okay, I'll send you an invite. Sent me an invite. It said, accept. I click it, and it was like, player is busy right now, can't join. And I was like, what the hell?
Every
So I
time
sent
I
him a
have-
message and was like, hey, I can't join. It says you're busy. And he was like, that's weird. Try again. Send it to me. Busy. And he was like, I don't know why I'm busy. And then like he went through and was like, maybe it's because I'm in all these menus. So I just closed all my menus. Like, try to join now. Busy. I don't know, dude. I don't know what to tell you. So
That's
somebody
why you
else
were-
was like, oh, here, like, try to join our group. And I was like, oh my god, I just want to fucking get some experience.
Well, and the other thing
So-
is, were you doing say X, say Y?
No,
say...
I was in zone.
Okay.
I made sure to do that.
Because I did that the other day. Was
Did you really?
I was doing X, Y. I was like, this isn't working. He's like, dude, you're just saying you're not in zone chat. I was like,
So when you come into that situation where there's no groups or anything, go to a way shrine, travel outside of Alakir Desert,
Okay.
go to any other zone in the world,
And then just travel
and
back.
then travel back to get yourself into a new phase, a new shard.
I wondered if that would
and-
work, and I
and
was
then
like, I
try
don't know if it
again.
will or not.
If-
I didn't
and
have to fully log it out to do that.
When I played last night, I had to do that twice. I traveled in and out of Alakir twice, and then I got into a group with a full raid group that had 2 other full raid groups following us. There was easily 75 or 80 players running this door,
Oh, nice.
and it was insane how quickly we were clearing this shit.
but I mean, it's gotten to the point now where like once you get to champion, because all the champion points are the same XP. So it's like with levels, it's like, oh, from 1 to 2 is X amount of XP, 2 to 3 is more, 3 to 4, so like so on and so forth.
Champion is always the same.
It's always the exact same number.
I think every
and-
10 champion points it changes.
Oh, I could
It
be.
goes up a little
But
bit.
even
'cause
there, it's
now
not too
now
bad.
I need like 98,000 per level, and I used to need like 84,000.
But anyway, but no, my thing is with everything running with all that stuff, and with me running, I popped a 150% experience roll,
They're just
and-
fucking giving away.
and I was literally getting 1 champion point, if not 2, per dolmen.
So
I
it's
don't
like
even know
1,
what
2,
champion points are.
So
When
once
you
you
hit
hit
level
level 50, oh sorry.
Yeah, well, when you hit level 50,
Paragon
you're,
and
you're,
Diablo.
You're considered capped.
Oh, okay.
And then you start earning champion points. And champion points,
cool
you can
thing
put
with those-
there's 9 different trees that you can put these points into, and each tree is specialized in a certain area. Whether it's
What does oak
the
specialize
warrior,
in?
And they're based off the Mundus stones. Whether
What does
the
oak
warrior,
specialize
or
in?
the lady,
Oak,
or
the
the
tower.
thief, or
The
tower,
lover,
Or cherry.
yeah.
And each one affects certain things, and they're
Pretty
minuscule
sure oak is
percentage
in,
increases. Like
creature
they're,
capture.
if you go into the
Oh.
thief, it might have a place where you
Nice.
can put an unlimited amount of points into this one stat. That every point you put into, it gives you a 0.1% bonus to your sneak or whatever. And you put as
The
many
more
points,
points you into
Oh,
it,
man.
the higher that skill goes. Once you start earning champion points, they are account wide.
That's the cool
So
thing.
if you get a character
that is
level
neat.
50, like I'm level 50 and I have 125 champion points. If I were to get another character, so I play a Templar, if I were to get a Necromancer up to level 50, that Necromancer would automatically have 125 champion points to assign. And if I continue to earn points on my Necromancer, when I log back into my Templar, I'm going to have those points to
Right,
apply
yeah.
on my Templar.
The other cool thing is that I will say with it, like you were saying though, is so a lot of games, like for instance, I will use World of Warcraft as an example. If you basically don't, if you get into the game and you're creating a new character and you have not just bought a newest expansion or something, it's hey, if I want to go from level up, you have to start at level 1 and then level your character up to like 130 or whatever the current max is.
120.
This is, hey, I started a new character because I just wanted to try out Necromancer. Okay, I got to 50. Okay, now you're at level 370. You don't have to level to 370.
And
it's just,
the
hey,
cool-
like you hit 50, now you're at
The other
370.
cool thing is gear caps at 160.
Yes.
So even if you're CP 847, all of your gear and everything in the world scales to CP 160. Now all the bonuses you have from your extra champion points, those are implemented, but everything scales to CP 160. So it doesn't matter if you're CP 300 and you take a 6-month break from the game and a bunch of new content comes out, when you log back in, you're still CP 360 or whatever. You're still.
So you don't have to worry about like trying to get the best gear,
Right, no, I
best
get it.
in slot
Break
stuff.
the
It's
fucking
almost like
game.
similar
Which,
to like
yeah,
Destiny
is-
or World of
right.
Warcraft. Like
It changes every
I've been
expansion.
out of Destiny for a little while, right? And I'm getting excited for the Season of Opulence coming up. I'm 60 light level behind what the current cap is,
Right.
and I don't really want to play because when the new season comes out, they're going to introduce Power Surge, which will allow you to catch up your light level really quickly. In Elder Scrolls, that doesn't exist.
Right.
If you take a break and come back, you're still as powerful as you were. There might be new sets, there might be new set bonuses, stuff like that, but your
So you don't have
gear,
to level them up a
gear
little
is
to
still
try and get to
practical
it.
and usable.
I would like to try the PvP aspect. I tried it once and just got my ass kicked because I know what I was doing.
It's another thing that
I got
if
killed by a fucking fish.
if you try to play by yourself, the PvP is like
So-
hard, like
Garbage.
fucking hard.
Garbage.
But if you're playing with other people and
With
stuff like that,
friends.
with friends or even like with a guild or something like I mean it's real easy to do. They're real fun to do, but like
archery is the
a
highest
piranha just
DPS,
comes up
which
and
is
does,
funny,
like,
'cause I feel like that's
8,000
just an Elder
damage
Scrolls
per
thing.
second.
It seems like archery
So
is always
just,
the
like,
fucking highest.
18.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I was supposed to go
bonuses
there.
and everything included. What's the counter to that? Like if you shield. Like, that's the one thing I don't.
Wait, what? Oh, I missed the
don't
question.
It
care much
depends on.
about shield.
So if you're rolling a DPS spec, the typical meta is archery on one bar,
Yeah.
and I want to say dual wield on the other.
I wanna see how
But
it's
basically
That's the
legless.
DPS meta. For tank, there is a different meta. For healer, there's a different
Right?
meta.
No, I
And
yeah.
It's not necessary. It's not similar. It's not
Which
like
is cool, but
Overwatch where
the
there's
Necromancer.
direct counters.
Yeah.
It's more so. Okay, I am a DPS spec. I have my archery and my dual wield, but am I going to be able to kill this person before they can pop their defensive cooldowns? Am I going to be able to kill this person before a healer shows up and heals them? It's not really what is the direct counter to this. It's more so
Right. No. Well, what I was getting at more is like I had a shield, but even though I was blocking stuff, it still did damage, which makes sense in an MMO aspect. It's just weird because it's like. I mean, I guess it makes sense if a dragon's breathing
Blocking-
fire on you, your little tiny shield's not going to block it.
Blocking
but if an arrow
is-
hits you,
blocking's more for like
reduced.
shutting
Damage mitigation?
with damage mitigation and stopping certain attacks. Like when you
like
see
interrupts.
start like for instance in the two-handed skill line, there's
Right.
one that's a reverse slash where it's almost like an uppercut slash.
yeah.
If you see them like switch their grip, and you'll see the red lines start glowing around them.
Yeah.
If you block and bash, you'll
Yeah.
interrupt and stun them.
Yeah.
It's not really blocking. It's not like Mordhau, where blocking is going to completely negate the damage and allow you to attack. It's more so damage mitigation and possible interruption.
But I do agree with what he's saying. Is if someone shoots an arrow at me and I hit it with my shield, then how am I taking damage?
Especially,
but I agree.
A decent. Yeah, no, it's
and this is also the game where necromancers exist.
Right. Well, so
And
that's the
And
a
dragons.
healing necromancer on top of that. That's one of the specs which makes me laugh.
Yeah.
It's an interesting idea, but it still makes me laugh. I bring about death. You're alive.
It's like
So it's just
grave
irony.
Clerics in
Right.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Grave clerics.
Sure.
I will say one thing though that I found in the game. I found my absolute favorite area as far as like just visually. I literally spent about 20 minutes just walking around looking at shit, and I wasn't doing anything. And I was like, I feel like other players are just like, why the fuck is this guy just like standing around? And I was just like, but Clockwork City.
Yep.
Go to
Clockwork City's fucking awesome.
Look at the sky, because literally.
Now you
So
want to know?
Clockwork
Okay.
City is part of the. It's literally the Clockwork City DLC, but it opens up a new zone and
AutoZone.
It opens up a new zone, a new dungeon, and a few other things in there. But when you actually enter like Clockwork City, if you look up, it literally looks like you're inside of like a clock where there's gears and
So,
like things move. Like it's.
Are you ready for me to blow your
beautiful.
mind?
Probably.
Okay. So
I'm actually inside of the Amulet of Kings.
The Clockwork City is in the game. If you not go into the actual zone, but if you follow the quest line to enter the Clockwork City for the first time,
How the fuck do you get that?
the Clockwork City is literally a pedestal inside of a observatory, and the actual city is about that big. When
So it
you,
is
when,
Ah.
when you enter the Clockwork City, you're actually teleported inside of this thing. And if you look up at the sky, you're looking at the dome that encases the Clockwork City. The Clockwork City is is super minuscule and super tiny.
Yeah.
And then you get teleported into it, and it's a zone, and you get shrunk down to the size of it.
I just got onto the
It's the
map and it
microverse.
was like, hey, click here. It's a mini-verse.
It really
Yeah.
is.
No, but I literally I clicked on the map and it was like, hey, click on this way shrine to go into Clockwork City, and I did it, and it was like, hey, way to visit the city. Like, here's a free pet for visiting.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, but used to be the only way to do that was a quest line.
where the fuck is that quest line?
You should be able to get it from the not the Crown Store, but your collection.
Yeah, it should be in your collections tab.
So
So
it's
if
nothing in
hit you.
collections for me, and then, like,
Nah,
go into-
if so hit you, which brings
Yeah.
up your collections, but then in the top right hand corner there's a button that you hit that puts it to another tab called chapters.
Oh, okay. I've seen
And then from
chapters.
there,
So
you
does-
can accept a quest that will start you. on
Okay,
the road.
well then why do they do some stuff that way and some stuff through the Crown Store? Because
Usually through the Crown Store, it's event specific stuff.
Oh, okay, that makes
So-
sense.
Limited time.
Does nobody use two-handed weapons?
I don't. I use all bows.
dep-
I literally have two different
It's
bows.
not
I
really.
switch
It's
between.
not really the meta right now. I
Break
like
the
two-handed
fucking meta.
weapons.
Do what you want,
I'd
Corey.
love to.
Don't
I
let
like
anyone
two-handed
See,
weapons
dictate
because
you
of the
something.
charge ability. I love it because
I will say
I can bing, bing,
at least in PV,
around the battlefield.
at least in PVE, you can set the meta to what the fuck ever you want because everything is
True.
viable in that
Right,
game.
and that makes
That's
sense.
another thing I
I'm
love
just
about that
thinking,
game.
I like PvP. And
Yeah.
I want to do PvP stuff.
Now I will say the meta is typically based around playing solo-ish.
Yeah.
You know, typically playing by yourself, but in a group of players. But if you're playing in a coordinated group of friends where you're all on voice chat and you're all communicating with each other,
You can do whatever
any
you want.
meta is viable. If you want to play two-hander, you can be the kind of person that charges into combat, uses a weapon bash ability that stuns your enemy, and you can be the massive axe wielding, crowd control kind of person,
Yeah.
while your friends support you and heal you and make sure that you survive.
Right.
As opposed to playing by yourself, where you're just
the
cog in a
whole
system.
archery only because I for some reason knew that I actually took a bow. I was like, I'm sure this is probably a big fucking meta. And I attach it and there's a guy like an NPC walking in the destroyer and I'm like, oh yeah, this is the fucking it was just one of those. It was very very strong very early on, and I feel like that's the weird thing to me. By the way, is I'm doing 3,000 damage.
Well, because
Scales.
everything scales as if you are at
Percentage based.
CP 160.
CP160.
So while you're playing the game in the beginning, because it's one Tamriel, so that way to make sure that you're not in anywhere that the monsters or NPCs or anything like that are going to be outscaled for you. Everyone in the world is the effective CP level 160, which
So
is max
you're doing
level.
That's all nice and good. My question is, how do I eventually get better?
Because after you hit CP 160 and you start gaining your champion points, and that's the point where you get into monster sets, you get into different sets of
So that's the
gear
point
and
when you
different
start feeling
forges.
like a god mode.
Well,
you're just
but
like,
then also
Then you start you might not necessarily see bigger numbers, but you see instead of it taking 6 hits to kill an enemy, you get a new set of gear that fits your your spec and your build. Now it takes 3 hits.
Right,
All I know
and it's
is
also-
I literally have giant fucking I'll just be walking through the wilderness and it's like, oh, a jaguar sees you and I'm like, shot, spell,
Everybody.
spell, shot, spell, and it's still attacking me. I'm like, how the fuck does this jaguar
I
have
kind of
such
get what
fucking
that's the difference
I'm-
between World of Warcraft and like Star Wars. Star Wars makes you the hero, so they throw 8 skeletons and then 1 skeleton lord, just to give you kind of an idea. Where you're just like a skeleton, you're dead.
But my thing is, like, when I first started playing before 1 Tamriel, you'd walk into a thing and it would say, okay, before you do this quest, we recommend being level 10. But you can go in at any time, but we recommend 10.
Right,
So if you went at 15, it was going to be very easy. If you went in at 5, it was going to be very hard. If you went at 10, it'd be normal. Now, everything scales to you, so it's like, oh, now I'm level 30. Okay, well, it's still hard. Okay, well, now I'm level 50. Okay,
Well,
it's still hard.
it's
Well,
also
because
one of
we're
those
scaling
where
up, so every time you get better, the enemies get better.
Well-
I'm like, so am I never going to be able to...
well,
just,
it's also the situation of you're
Never want
getting
to be
better
easy.
is getting access to skills and
skills right there.
stuff like that that
You
will.
never had a fun time going to a lower level place in a video game
Just
where you
fucking
level
yanking
and
everything.
just going, oh, look at this, 100 enemies, time to work, and you just start fucking slashing and killing.
One of
you.
my
It's
I
like,
used to
One
do
of
that
my
in
favorite
WoW. Was I would
things-
go to
Exactly.
low-level dungeons and just be like, "Oh, sweet, I'm gonna just run this whole dungeon by myself." I was sitting around with.
We used to do that in SFK and made a fuck ton of gold
I used
doing
to
that.
go on my druid back in Wrath of the Lich King, and when I was just sort of bullshitting and not really actively playing the game, but just still logged in, I would go sit in a human starting area in Elwyn Forest, Northshire Abbey, and every single new character that was created, I would cast max level thorns on, and then every single time this person would run around and get attacked by something, that NPC that attacked this character would get hit for like 5,000 damage because I cast level 80 thorns
Right.
on this character. And so you could run around as a level 1 and just kite a bunch of enemies, and every time they hit you, they die immediately. And it was just that sense of,
You never-
oh
you
yeah,
never
I'm
did
super
anything like
powerful
that?
here. You're powerful, you're powerful, you're powerful, you're powerful. Have fun.
I'm the kind of person that's just like, I start up a game, I'm like, hardest difficulty, yes, that one.
Which makes sense, but like, do you ever play any of the Kingdom Hearts games?
No.
So Kingdom Hearts 2, I don't remember, it's been a while, but there is an actual
didn't
level
play that. I
where it
have a lot.
spawns 999 Heartless, and you have to kill them all. And so it's literally just a massive field of all these heartless little tiny monsters like wobbling around trying to get you, and you're Sora flipping around sky like burning through a shitload of them, and they're all exploding in your face, spin, whirlwind, fly through the air. Like,
Is there
it
a
was-
counter
it
to
was
show
awesome.
you?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh, that's so
At the top,
badass.
I
mean,
right
it's-
left hand. It
it's-
literally counts down how many people are.
It's basically like playing oh god, what-
Dynasty Warriors.
thank you, Dynasty Warriors.
Yes.
I mean, it basically just turns
So
whatever
sad,
you're
now
playing
I
in.
feel awful.
Why?
You guys are like, oh, Dynasty Warriors, and I'm like, oh, you're talking like Hyrule Warriors or
Well,
like.
Same,
I know,
exact
but
same
my
thing.
point
Yeah.
is you guys are like, oh, the original OG like
Then you
game,
can
and I'm
update
just
that
like,
engine
I
so
already
that it can
forgot
show
what
more
the
than
game's
30
called. What's it
With
called?
That's great.
what was his name? Lubu,
Yeah.
the big fat
Or
guy.
Cow.
Yep.
No, Lubu wasn't the fat one. He was the outrageously beastly one that rode on the horse with a spear that would kill you in 3 shots.
I swear Lubu was the big guy.
No, you're talking, it's Zhang, Zhang, Gao or something.
Maybe.
I just remember Lubu because Lubu came on the first time I'm playing this game, and it's like, Lubu is in the battle. I'm like, what a bitch, I'm gonna kill him. And he literally stabs me twice, and I die. It's like game over. I'm like, what the
What
fuck
the
just
fuck?
happened? So then, from then on, it was like me and my brother would try to kill Lubu, and he would always win. We just were afraid. He came near us, run away!
My thing though is I remember 2 instances I can speak of where doing this just from being way higher level than you're supposed to be in an area. Is I was hanging out in Ice Crown Citadel and fucking just killed the Lich King and didn't even know that I was walking into that.
Oh yeah, because
Walked into a room and was like,
this
cool, and
was
went
this
to a
was
cutscene.
around Warlords of
And I was
Draenor,
like,
Yeah.
and Joe
no,
was
this
running.
was actually after Legion.
Oh, never mind. Okay,
No,
yeah, I
Legion
guess it
was
was after
further
Legion.
on,
Yeah.
But yeah, I literally was just running around Ice Crown, and I was just like, oh, I'm trying to uncover all of the map and everything. And I walked into a room. I think I was actually on chat with you, and I was like, I'm fighting the Lich King, and Nick's like, are you doing the raid? And I was like, I just walked into a room, and I beat him, and I just got an achievement, and the whole. And he was like, I literally had no one else. It was just me by myself, just fucking
So
kill the Lich
I
King.
do kind of get what Joe's
Or no, were
saying.
you there?
where-
You may have been with me. I think we may
Probably.
have done it together, but still, 2 people took on the Lich King.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, where eventually your gear gets better and you get stronger and everything. But until you hit that cap, until you hit 50 and get a CP of 160 or better, it is gonna feel like I'm still level 1.
Yeah.
Well, see, but Nick brought in the point of as you
Abilities,
progress in levels,
yeah.
you unlock more skill points. So
So it doesn't
unlock more
necessarily
skill
make you
abilities.
quote unquote better, but it makes you much more efficient. And
So this is my question.
which is what it's all
Am I
about.
spending my skill points wrong then?
Not necessarily.
Because
It
what
could
I'm
be.
going through and doing
So
is...
that's what I'm super afraid of too. Same
So,
thing.
But you can just
you
follow
weren't here
these
last
steps.
week, were you? Or was it last week?
Yeah.
When I went through and did that, and I was like, oh, I'm specking my character wrong, so I'm going to go through and, like, I'm going to pay to respec, and, like, it gives me all your skill points back and your attribute points back. And I was like, oh, okay, so I paid to do that. Wasted all my gold, spent everything I had, got rid of all my
Soul gems.
sold everything.
Yeah.
Went through and did it and was like, oh, fuck, I did it wrong again. So then I was like, Nick, I need help. So Nick was going to have to send me gold so I could respec. And he was like, don't fuck it up this time. Hold on until... And I got it back to where I was, and I was like, I can manage again good.
One of the good
But-
things, that's what Star Wars The Old Republic does. Is you can eventually buy a... it's like, you know how you have your legacy in
Yeah.
Star Wars The Old Republic? So I have the Kendra legacy, and I've apparently played that game a lot more than I realized. That legacy has fucking got a lot of shit on it. That's one of the things per character I can go in and literally just click respec, and it gives me all my points back.
That'd be nice. Yeah,
That's what I
you
mean,
have to
I'm like,
spend
board
like
game
20
Well, see, that's another thing
Yeah,
is
like 2,000
people are
gold
trying
to do
like
which isn't a lot for...
I guess they're trying to make
Yeah,
it so
it's
that
like-
way people that are paying for ESO don't have to pay to respec,
Right.
which would be awesome. But whether they actually end up implementing it or not, I don't know. But that's one of the things that everybody
I'm
keeps bringing
playing
up on the
this,
forums.
Like, I'll be honest, I'm playing this and it's super cool, but I get itches just to go play Star Wars.
See, I never actually
like,
played it. I played it for
oh,
like
dude.
20 minutes, and that was
The
all I played.
story is just
That's what everyone
so.
says.
That's the one thing is it just.
Back when
drives me
BioWare was
nuts.
actually BioWare.
Yes, that's the issue. Is like the Guardian storyline is pretty good. The Sith Warrior storyline,
The-
when you become. How old is this game? It's kind of a spoiler, but
It's old enough.
It's a spoiler
This
for an
game's like 10 years
MMO
old.
storyline.
it's a
Yeah.
spoiler for.
I mean, I was in
but
high school when you went and bought the like
I've-
special collector's edition. And I've
I've
been out for
also
10 years,
read
so-
the book, Revan, which I think your wife has, where you
I
become.
was gonna say it's right up there.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say it's up
where
there
you
somewhere.
become basically the hand of the Emperor,
Yeah,
and you're immortal.
This is my only question.
there it is,
Okay.
right there,
Yeah.
very
So,
bottom,
We all
underneath.
know it. What's
Annihilation,
the
Old
rule of
Republic,
the
Dark
Sith?
Alliance, Old
Uh-huh.
Republic,
What's
Revan.
the rule of the Sith?
What, the rule 2?
Yeah.
So, master to hold all the power and the apprentice to crave it?
Okay, so why is there 15 million Sith Lords running around in
Well,
this
this is
game?
before that.
Yeah,
Oh,
Old Republic
This
time is
is-
before Darth Bane.
This is, this is
Gotcha.
after Revan, but before Bane.
Batman?
gotcha.
Yes.
I think every
Turns
time
out,
someone says it.
turns out you find Batman. Turns out Bane is a Sith. You break Batman's back, and then you
See,
stab him with a lightsaber.
But the big thing is that the whole thing is all, it's all a prequel where it goes through.
Darth Luchador.
And the whole thing is that you actually find out that
Imagine that.
Bruce
fan art.
Wayne is actually a pod racer. And
pod
his
racer.
mom gets killed, then he just gets really like emo and shit, and then
Imagine the
like, becomes
Batmobile
Batman.
is a pod racer.
No, I was gonna say one other thing. Fuck, I already forgot. Now I understand. No, my question I was gonna say with my skills though
Mm-hmm.
is in ESO.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm putting all my skills into like, oh hey, like here's a skill that does like 3,000 damage when I click this one button.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just getting more things that do 3,000 damage when I click this one button. So like, am I not spending
It's-
them right?
So
Because you got to use that ability to unlock the morphs.
I get that, but then my thing is, I'm just like, so like,
which the morphs is clever. It's a good way. I want to see.
as
what
long as
the
you
side
don't
morph
accidentally
is.
click the wrong fucking thing,
And
True.
don't
and-
fuck that up.
and that's another thing I like with the morphs is it still follows the whole Elder Scrolls thing of You want to level up, use a skill, and you get better at that skill. Use an ability, you get better at that ability because you gain more.
What I loved about
Like-
fucking Elder Scrolls was people would get so pissed because they would go through and be like, well, I'm killing a bunch of shit. Why am I not leveling up? And it's like, yeah, but are you also going through and using this skill? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? Like, you had to do like specialties to level up. Like, I remember back in the day, it was like, oh, hey, like, I'd go and pick like 100 locks, and it'd be like, oh, you leveled up because you went through and, you know, picking locks and
So-
doing other things than just killing.
Not to pull away from ESO too much and kind of
go
keep
ahead.
it with Star Wars.
Yeah.
Did you hear what the Old Republic actually did now? And it's just staying. All you gotta do is play the story and you level max level. Gives you enough
Oh,
experience.
finally, because I've been waiting for another event for that to happen, and then I was going to jump it.
Anymore. I think it's as
It's just a legit thing.
Yeah, well, I think you have to be a subscriber.
Well, yeah,
But
How much
yeah,
is it to subscribe? 15?
I
10.
think so. It might be 10 now. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's 10 now.
The one
Kinda
thing
said
I
really
like
need to
about
be
that
playing
game.
two
Now,
MMOs at once.
I haven't checked it on ESO yet, but the one thing I love about Star Wars, once again, is so if you are a subscriber, just like in ESO, every month you get cartel coins instead of fucking gems or crowns, rather.
Yeah.
And once again, ESO could do this, but Star Wars. So I say I play, I subscribed in March, and then I don't play the game till fucking August, and I subscribe again in August. It gives you the coins from those months in between.
Hold on.
That doesn't seem right at all.
Hold on.
It's amazing.
As in
Well,
you
I'm
pay
not saying
15 this month, you don't pay anything, you don't pay anything, you don't pay anything, you don't pay anything, you pay 15, and then you get all of these coins you would have gotten if you were subscribed.
It's either
That
as
seems
much or at
broken
least
as
half.
fuck.
Dude, I literally quit the game and I think I had 300 cartel coins, and then I didn't play it for like.
Are you
4
sure
days
you weren't still
subscribed.
subscribed?
Guys, I buy the time cards. I don't put down a credit card.
Fucking paranoid bitch.
Yeah, because I forget to unsubscribe. That's my point.
Yeah,
Well, 'cause-
I was subscribed to ESO for a year and didn't realize it.
Well, yes.
But yeah,
We
ESO, it only
won't,
gives
we
you
won't
crowns.
talk about that. We won't talk about that because
I-
I've been subscribed to the game for like 4 years and never unsubscribed.
Well,
I have
yeah.
32,000 crowns.
Yeah, we were sitting here and I was talking about this house. I was like, man, this house is awesome. It's so fucking expensive. He's like, man, that's like a sixth of all my crowns. I'll just buy it furnished.
32,000 crowns.
Yeah.
Because I completely forgot about it.
So, but that's my point. I used the time cards. So I ended. I think I had 8, between 3. It's either 3 or 800. I don't know. It was a decent amount. I just didn't buy all the packs. And then I went 8 months to a year without playing, and I'm like, oh fuck. I think it was when the Revan DLC came out. I went ahead and resubscribed, and boom, I had over 3,000 cartel points.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't do that for ESO. Which, I mean, I'm sorry, it makes sense to not do it.
Yeah.
It
I,
does.
it's cool that they do it.
That's my point. So when I come back
but
in,
it
like if
doesn't
I
make
go back
sense
in
that they
and
would do
check,
that.
the last time I
But-
logged on and checked, I had more than 2,000. I bet if I log on today, I'll probably have more than 5,000.
Because my thing is,
That was
back
another
to,
thing
if you
of,
weren't paying for those months. Why are they like?
It's like a welcome back thing.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Like, I subscribe. Okay.
So they're
I
incentivizing
unsubscribe,
you
and
for.
Then I wait like 6 years.
So they're incentivizing you for spending like $20
Yeah, but
over
when
the
you
course
get
of a
all
year and
this
a half.
Cool shit, you're gonna want to stay.
Yeah,
Like, guess what happens when I bought a pack and all of a sudden a super cool speeder comes out? I'm gonna want to fucking drive that around for a while.
it's true. But I mean, like,
Come on.
that's one thing I like with ESO though is when you're subscribing and everything like that, you get X amount of cartel coins and all that stuff. But if you subscribe for a year instead of this much this month, this much
Yeah,
this month,
it's
it's just, oh, here's your year's worth of coins. Have fun.
Which
See,
the other
that's,
thing
and
is,
that's another cool, and that's cool. Like,
Yeah.
That's a great idea. It's a different way to incentivize.
Yeah.
the other thing I thought was cool with it is I went through and did math, and so basically, if you decide whatever crown level you're thinking of buying, if you sit around and are like, oh, I want to buy like 1,000 crowns,
Yeah.
it's cheaper to just subscribe for a month. Or if you're saying, oh, hey, I want to go through and get like 10,000 crowns, subscribe for a year, it's cheaper.
Yeah,
And
if you
you
subscribe
also
for a
get
year,
your
it's
plus.
roughly about the same price as what you'd be
It's like-
paying, plus you have all of this game time
Right.
with all the extra bonuses and all that
Well,
stuff.
the way I was equaling it out, if you do the 1 year of 1 year of subscribing, you get as many crowns as you would if you paid $140, but
Mhm.
it's only $100 for a year. So you get $40 worth of free
Plus-
crowns. Plus, it gives you all DLC. You don't have to, with the exception of the actual expansions.
And the
all
craft
DLC.
bag,
And
which
the
is
craft bag,
which is
greatest
the
thing
biggest fucking thing
No,
in that game.
That is
I
the
had a
greatest
thing came up
thing
and said
ever.
something about a crap bag. I was like, what
Oh,
the
so
fuck
great.
is this? And it like doesn't take any room in my inventory. I'm like,
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
My craft,
you
my
can
craft
grab
bag
anything
is
you
so
want there,
full
like-
of shit
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
that, like, I feel bad not being subscribed.
Well, because the other thing is when you don't subscribe, it doesn't take it away. You just can't add to it.
Right.
it's
So
like,
you can
oh,
pull
still
out
have
of the
this
bag
of, like,
and still have access to
1,000
everything that was
You
in.
can't put anything into it.
Right.
It's like a refrigerator you have to have access to.
Yeah.
But
We've talked a lot about ESO.
That crap,
I will
that's
say,
all I've
speaking
played.
of Elder Scrolls, though, I've been playing a fuck ton of Elder Scrolls Legends too. Because I got back into.
Oh, I was gonna ask you, why did you send me that message at like 5 in the morning about that? You said
What?
I finally beat that level. About
No, yeah.
Oh no! When I was sitting at the bar and I kept losing,
Oh, that. Oh.
losing, and I could not fucking beat that chapter. I finally beat it at 5 o'clock in the morning.
got it.
We-
I'm more mad that you texted me.
I literally I take him home. I come back home. I come down here and I sit on Elder Scrolls Legend. I
Is
did
that
not
the
get
one
up from
you
the.
were telling me about
Yeah.
today? Oh.
Yeah, I did not get up from that
Sounds
chair
so
until
stupid.
like 5:30, and I literally sat there and I just kept going and going and going.
So
And
The level starts. Remember he was telling me about that? The level starts.
Yeah.
The opponent takes their first turn, and they already take a fourth of your health.
well,
You start your
it's-
first
it's-
turn,
it-
you're at a fourth of your health.
yeah, like it
Bullshit.
starts out 30 health, and I mean it's obviously a card game, and
So-
all that, yada yada yada.
The thing you gotta know about Nick though is when it comes to card games, and I've learned this over a long period of time, he likes to build up the most extravagant, amazing, beautiful single move attack that ends your life. He doesn't like the chip. Like, oh, you have 20 health? No, this is gonna take away 2. This is gonna take away 2. This is gonna take away 1. No, it's not Nick. He's gotta
I'm
have.
gonna attack you for
he's-
37.
Exactly. No, I think one time in Magic he got it to like 108. Like, and he just put
did
it
to
all
me, and I would get
together.
so pissed.
But that's my point.
Well, he also used to fucking go through, and you would use what was it?
I would use a bunch of shit that had like lifelink, so
Lifelink.
so like
You
I
got,
would
like,
win,
I
and
have
it's like
110 health.
negative 108 to 347
I'm
health.
like, these numbers
Suck
should
it,
not
bitch.
even be-
Right, exactly. No,
Yeah.
that's what I mean.
But no, but like so the problem is the level of, it's chapter 16 of the Forgotten Hero campaign. In chapter 16 you're going up against an undead army. And this guy basically puts out skeletons, and every skeleton he puts out makes all of the other skeletons better. And every time an undead dies, he gains health and you lose health. And then every time that the 1/1 skeletons, they cost only 1 to put out, all have lethal. So if they hit any of your monsters once, they're dead.
Yeah.
So it's one of those you have to like take everything out
strategy.
early on. And no matter what I was doing, like I'd take it out, and then like by me taking stuff, well, but Elder Scrolls, yeah, doesn't have blue decks. But I'm trying to do a lot of counter stuff. But like it's like okay, so I'm getting overwhelmed by the minions, so I take out all the minions, and I'm taking out the minions. Well, I'm focusing too much on the minions that I'm not hitting him, but I'm dying because I'm killing the minions, so I lose. So then I'm trying to focus on him. So I'm trying to focus on him, and the minions are killing me. So like it was for fucking it took me forever to finally finish that, but I was so happy.
I was telling him earlier. I was playing. Does everybody remember Patrick? One of the came in second.
Patrick
at
Stark?
Yes. No, came in second at the Smash tournament.
First?
Did he win first?
Patrick took first.
Oh, okay.
Second was Larry.
Okay, I had it backwards. I thought Larry took. Okay,
Nope.
So Patrick took first. But anyway, they were going through, and he and I were playing on Hearthstone.
Yeah.
And he was like,
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna whoop your fucking ass. And I was like, okay. And we were getting on that. He was like, I'm so good. I'm gonna fucking whoop your ass. And we were going. And
I remember Patrick having a lisp, but go on.
he does now.
You son of a bitch.
He just gained it without you realizing it.
No, but he's sitting there, and we're playing, and we're getting down towards the end, and I mean, we're both under like 5 health.
Yeah.
And he goes, watch this, and he plays a card, and it literally summoned like 12 Death Wings that were all like 2020, because he had buffed them and shit, and he was like, oh, what are you gonna do now? I got 20 or 12 of these fuckers out. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I threw a card down and it's literally kill every minion on the board.
Yeah.
And wiped out the whole board. And then threw down one creature and attacked and killed him. He was like, you know I won this game, right? It was like, okay. And he was like, rematch. Like, you'd never win. And I was like, no, I'm good. I'm gonna keep my
Why
championship.
would you?
He was
That's
getting
how
so
Nick
pissed.
is. When we played that, I think I have a picture of it still on my phone. We played a Magic game where he literally buffed out all this crazy shit. I think he was doing like
Was it
90
actually like? Were you
damage.
playing on card or were you playing?
We were playing Magic.
We were playing Magic the
playing
Gathering.
Arena? Or...
No. This was
Everyone's just like, yeah.
this is when we were living at Terry and Alina's house, and we were playing.
That's cool.
Yeah, dude, read the fucking description on that card. I pulled that in a pack the other day.
Wow. So if I hit Soul Summon,
No.
just kidding.
Then,
Like,
then,
oh, shit, he
then it
was
would
so
spend all those soul gems and buy me a second one.
Oh, never mind.
Soul.
No, don't you dare put Soul Harvest or Soul. No,
Soul Trap.
Soul Trap. Yeah, that deletes the
Trap
card and
that
gives me
soul.
some
Right.
stuff.
But no, so we're playing Magic, right? And he had this crazy. I think he was playing a white deck. And
It was
Why does it have to be
it-
a white deck?
It was a green white deck. It was all like angels and like small elves and like major fucking trees with
I
trample
was
and
gonna lose. I was
by a lot.
I was at like 18 health, so it was still decent. Like we were both pretty evenly. Like you at that point, you had given yourself up to like 30 health or something.
Yeah.
And he had all these troops and everything, and I put out all these cards. I think I was playing the blue deck, which was just all counter all the time.
It was a blue black.
Yeah. So he's finally he's like he's all happy. He's gonna play this outrageous move, and he does all this. I'm like, hold on a second. And so I sat there and thought for like 5 minutes. I'm like, all right, this guy's gonna counter these people, which nullifies their attack. And I got it down so that he only did like 16 damage out of all he was gonna hit. So I had 2 life, and then but when I countered it, it killed X amount of his creatures. So we just went through like 3 rounds before finally he had no creatures left, and I just attacked with everything and won. And that was one of the most mad. He was like sitting there, he's just like. He was like fuming.
I was livid, and
I was
him and
like-
Skylar were just like. Skylar was like,
click.
take a photo before he flips the table. But yeah, no, it was pretty like don't get me wrong. I didn't have a fucking that Francis reaction where Francis like flips out after that magic.
Contain yourself,
But
bro.
oh,
my
Breathing
favorite.
was strong.
My favorite fucking Francis thing is when he's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going back to World of Warcraft. I'm going back to Azeroth. Here we go. Woo! And he knocks the camera over and it lands and it shows the desktop screen. He goes, here we go, baby. Enter. I don't know my fucking authenticator passcode. Where the fuck is that thing? And then the video just cuts.
no,
Rolling on a train.
But yeah.
Whoop, whoop. Rolling down a train. Whoop, whoop. I love Francis so much.
I don't know why I've been on a really big card game kick. I've been playing Elder Scrolls Legends and Magic the Gathering Arena, on top of the Elder Scrolls Online.
Solitaire, Battle Royale.
No,
That's really fun.
I want to play that.
Solitaire Battle Royale. No. I mean, Tetris 99 is a thing, so
Tetris
would you
is a
really
thing,
put it
so-
past? Yeah.
Dude, I think the best part of playing Tetris was I was sitting there playing it and I was like, it's not really a battle royale. Like, it's literally just you playing Tetris along with 99 other people. Last one to keep
But
going
you
with.
can.
I didn't know that
Yeah.
the first time I was playing it, and I was getting pissed because I was like, where the fuck is all this shit coming from? I didn't even know, and then I started messing. I was like, oh, I can fuck with other people's games. Because I was going through, and I was like, I'm doing really good. Like, I've only ever had, like, 2 bars up at a time, and then it was, like, 7 bars. And I was like, where the fuck did those come from?
I will say one cool thing with Magic Arena. They've implemented a new thing as kind of a promotional thing, but I guess it's going to be throughout the life of everything. If you buy any of the Planeswalker decks, or if you buy any of the pre-release bundles, or if you buy any like booster packs, about
You
one.
didn't tell me boosters earlier.
Right. So it's about 1 in every 5 booster packs. You'll get a promo that will allow you, like, you type in the promo code on Arena, and you get 3 packs in game.
Oh, that's cool.
So, like, if you buy a booster box for every 5 packages, you get 3 boosters in game.
In real life.
If you buy them in real life, you get cards in the digital game
Okay.
as well.
Sounds
It's the
weird.
reverse.
Yeah.
Well, it's to kind of get people into the digital game, but like it's also like, oh, this new Planeswalker deck came out. You like this Planeswalker deck? Buy the Planeswalker deck. By the way, here's a code to get that Planeswalker deck in Arena.
I'm just
And-
saying Pokemon TCG's been doing that for like 12 years. But
Right, but I don't know.
I choose you, Charizard.
I like the video games. I'm not too big on the Pokemon
I fucking
TCG.
love the TCG so much, and I can never find anyone to play with. I love the TCG. It's so great. I physically know people that play it, but
So
I know.
People that, I will
Davis.
never like be sitting around with in a room.
Oh yeah, no, you won't ever sit around in a room with Davis.
I've been doing
It's
something
not that I would
strange.
avoid it, but I mean.
Well,
like,
right,
on
but
a
you
normal
guys don't
basis,
interact.
Like, I don't, yeah. I was just, I'm
Sorry,
missing
what?
games.
I've been doing something strange.
Masturbating.
Heroin.
I've
Oh,
been reading.
yes.
Comic books. Spider-Man. Oh.
Nope. A book. There's no pictures.
But how much?
Oh,
Whoa,
the
whoa,
big-
whoa! Then how do you understand what's going on?
All.
What book are you reading?
It is called Helldivers.
Are you gonna
by
use mind
Nicholas
pictures?
something-
I
heard of
have
this.
Nicholas Sparks.
I don't know.
But
But
the book you bought me and were like, read this.
no, that was the Nightblade or
Oh,
Night Angel.
So I bought it on a complete total. We got paid a couple weeks ago, and you know when you get paid and you got that full bank account, you're just like, that's what happened. Happened to me on Facebook and the Stellaris group. They did a poll. Well, not a poll. They basically said in the comments below, put your favorite book series, and they did it, and they came up with Helldivers. The whole thing was it had to be about Tomb Worlds. So I'm like, I got the money. So boom, it was like $14 for the hardcover, whatever. That book was fucking amazing. I already bought the second one and have it at home. There's a sixth one coming out in the fall. It is about the world, basically. The world, people went crazy and bombed the shit out of each other. Whole planet's nuclear wasteland and electrical storms. But before they did that, there were airships, basically think giant zeppelins that aren't zeppelins, that people live, and they just basically circle the globe. Except when something breaks and you don't have the equipment for it, you have to go to the surface, i.e., you have Helldivers. They dive so humanity survives. Super cool tagline. But it follows
So it's
like,
made in Abyss.
huh?
Nothing.
It's just
Sounds
so
like an anime I watch.
if you like Fallout, you would like this book, and it's
It's just
I don't know
everybody's.
how to use mind pictures. I have
Huh?
to read pictures.
no, the mind pictures though are fantastic. They end up encountering these creatures they end up calling sirens, because the way they communicate is they scream this guttural scream that sounds like a nuclear alarm going off. You know, kind of like sirens, like warning sirens. But they don't have eyes. They just have mouths, and they eat.
Holy shit! There's a lot of these books.
There's six
He
of them.
he said
There's
six.
Sixth comes out November 5th.
That's why he just.
Yeah, I said that fall of 2019.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I heard Fallout, and then I immediately started looking at this,
Okay.
and then ADD, and then a lot of
Yeah.
things, and I just
missed
all of that.
this
Holy
first book.
shit, they're cheap. They're $1.99.
Yeah, on audiobook if you have a Kindle
Well, I was just
Oh,
gonna
I-
say on iTunes.
You mean on ebook?
ebook? Yeah,
or ebook. Yeah, I'm sorry.
iTunes they're $1.99.
Right.
I'll say the audiobooks. I mean, they're still only $25 a
I
piece.
They're
think
only 357 pages. I could read.
in the first chapter, it starts off with a dive, and it's going through everything, how they have sensors, and they have to go down basically and find these power cells that they really need. And it follows X, which his full name is Xavier Rodriguez, and then he has his
Rodriguez, and I think of Bender.
the big thing about him is he's a little older, but at the same time he's survived 96 jumps. The average Helldiver lasts for 15. And in the first fucking chapter, you see why, as like 2 people get struck by lightning and die instantly. And then he watches his friends smash on the side of a building and become like pulp.
Oh my god, it's like Star Trek. Do you remember the Star Trek movie where they go through and they're like, "Oh, we gotta dive onto the drill."
Oh yeah.
And they jump down and they're like, "Pull your parachute." And he's like, "No, I got this." And I pull your parachute. And he's like, "No, whoa!" And he's going. And he finally pulls it, and he gets sucked into the drill and just like smashes him into the thing and kills him.
Yeah. It's a great book. And
Just bought
everything
it,
that
so-
happens, you end up finding out about the airships. It takes place about 250 years in the future. Would recommend. The second one I already know who it falls in the second one just because of the end of the first one. But I'm not. I will say that there are a couple of tropes in there that are a little predictable.
Yeah, but
not a bad
that's
thing.
how books are anymore. It seems like.
The ending was predictable to a certain point, and then threw me for a loop, and then I got really upset because I did not like it in the slightest.
5,000 pages.
Is it? No, it's not.
That's because you maxed out the font. I literally watched you max.
I was like, that's not right. The second one's actually a lot. It's quite a few pages skinnier. I don't know if the guy didn't expect it to be as popular as it was, and he just threw out a second book. I don't know, but as soon as we're done with the show,
Or he could have done the thing that authors probably should do, and instead of trying to inflate his numbers for pages, just focus on making a good story and putting out a good book.
Can we talk about that?
Because a lot of authors get like very long-winded just so they can get bigger books out because bigger books sell.
Right.
Continue.
Something got announced today that Nick told me about. So there's a certain author who is not in the best of health, and
Martin
has
R. George.
spent a very long time waiting on his 6th book, and in the meantime has written 3 other books that had nothing to do with this. But well, I mean they had to do with them, but were not
Yeah,
related.
You wrote the
But
Silmarillion?
anyway, point being, announced today that he's working on a new
Not
game
today. It was a
for
few days ago.
A few days ago from Software. He's writing their new game. I'm like, can you finish a fucking book before you start fucking
I
doing
thought-
video games?
There were rumors that he had finished the majority of
He
the last.
apparently
two
came out and was
They
like,
were
that is absolute
disproved. They
bullshit,
were
and
disproved.
like he was mad that someone even would have the audacity to claim that. And then next month,
Maybe
gonna
he's
release
bored of
books
it.
6 and 7. He's like, they told my ending.
He's been written it for how long, and now he's bored.
Yeah.
I really think that he probably would have got these done if it hadn't been for the show.
Also,
Like, truly, I do believe in his mind. I'm not kidding. I really do believe he was like, look, 99% of people that know the books just watch the show. They're not going to read the books. Most people, I got what I wanted to tell out. It became a big show. It became a big thing. I did my part. And I really do believe he's just like, fuck it, I'm done.
I forgot I was going to tell you today. The official trailer for Ghostface came out for Dead by
I
Daylight.
know.
Yeah.
I saw that. We were talking about that on the way here. Literally, Shannon was getting in the car. I saw it, and like I haven't watched it yet, but I'm so fucking excited.
It looks weird.
Does it?
I'm excited. I think the 31st is when they reveal everything. I'll be excited to watch that.
I fucking love Ghostface.
The trailer did not live up to some of the other trailers, in my opinion. It was a little cheesy, but as a Scream fan, because I haven't seen any of them, you might like it more.
You've never seen any of
We
them?
go
All
over this
4
almost every
great.
single time we
Do
talk
you
about
really?
it. Yes.
Yeah, it's such a bad
You might like it. The trailer might mean something to you, but like a lot of the other trailers have been very eerie, or
Yeah.
creepy, or I don't know. It's just
Is he really
it's actually
clumsy and stupid and like?
No, he's
Oh,
going.
okay.
He's going
So that's
through.
pretty normal.
He's going through a checkout line. Yeah, he's just at a store, and out of nowhere, it's got this guy, and he's like checking out, and he scans rope. And then he scans a container of something, and then it says hunting. It's a bag, and it says hunting knife. First off, bag, like plastic fake bag that you'd find in a costume thing, and it's just a hunting knife. And it turns, and he's just standing there with a bloody knife. It's just weird. It's one of those where I watched it, and I'm like,
I'm watching this, no audio, but I'm watching this right now on the podcast.
what else was there? Oh, and then a story that I have to tell because it made me laugh today. This is with
I
Kales.
apologize, this may be slightly for a second.
So, as you know, Kales works. On her break, she loves Taco Bell. Right? We all love Taco Bell. Totally normal.
Yeah.
She went out to lunch today with her friend Leah, and they went to Wendy's. Happens to be right next to Taco Bell. On her way out, which happens to face the drive-thru, the lady at Taco Bell actually stuck her head out and said, "Hey, are you cheating on me?" Because she knows Kaylee that well.
That is hilarious.
That whole story ended with, "I need to make some life change." I just thought it was funny.
That's great.
I told her I was going to tell her on the podcast.
That's great.
This trailer literally means nothing. At
Right?
all.
I will say,
Unless it has to do with the show, but no, because that's not the show uses a different mask.
different mask, yeah.
I think the entire thing just comes down to the fact of
I
like,
have a question for the next one.
Yeah.
No, have you watched the show?
no,
Yeah.
I'm not. Nick has.
Is the second season any good? I watched the first season.
let me rephrase. I've watched the first season. I haven't watched the second
So this is
season.
the issue I've heard. I've not seen any of it, but so they released the first season. They released the second season, and it was set up of, oh, okay, we're setting up season 3, and then we're canceled. So instead of doing season 3, they did an hour-and-a-half special that finished out the entire all of season 3 was supposed to be. So
Didn't they make the
basically,
show?
like,
Didn't they already make the show? I
that's what we're talking about.
think it was called Dexter. Show about serial killers.
Right.
I'm
Okay.
just making a joke.
Sorry. I I thought it was deeper than just a show about serial killers. Like I just thought it was a deeper joke than that. Sorry, I thought I was missing something. I guess I wasn't. Never mind.
My head. My reflexes are far too quick.
I would catch.
No, I will say though, on the note of books, I've also been reading. I am
Okay, what's with you guys in reading? I don't
I don't know what it is. I just
It's-
had a sudden urge.
It's one of those things. It's also one of those.
You can take care of that.
If I need to go to sleep, I don't know why, but reading helps calm me down and at least focus my mind on
Exactly
one
what I was
thing.
saying.
Huh?
Exact opposite. I want to stay awake.
Well, see, but it's one of those. Yes, but at the same time, it helps me focus on one thing. Because like if I'm laying in bed and I'm just laying in bed and not doing anything, my mind's all over the place and I can't sleep, and I'll stare at the ceiling for hours until I fall asleep. Or I can read, get some enjoyment out of it, and then fall asleep in an hour and a half. Like, but I'm currently on book 2 of The Greatcoats, which is a phenomenal book series. That's like it's kind of like picture a modern day Three Musketeers with dirty jokes and profanity.
Oh, you've talked to me about
Right
that.
up your alley.
Right?
watch your profanity.
It's so fucking good. Like incredible, so fucking good.
Can I talk about what I've been reading?
Uh-oh.
It'll only take like a second and a half, but yeah. I've been reading 3 different eras of Spider-Man all at once. I'm reading the 90s stuff to get all the way caught up to today, but I'm also still reading today's stuff. But I'm also reading a story that was being written today that takes place in the 70s to cover part of the section that never actually got written. So keeping this timeline together is fucking like...
Oh, I've also been watching a lot of anime.
some Spidey. I want to watch fucking Shield Hero so bad.
Rising of the Shield Hero is fucking amazing. Everyone should watch it.
You need to. You know what you need to watch? They finally released it. I forgot. I was gonna tell everybody. Like, if you like anime in any form at all, you need to watch.
What's
this.
anime?
I'm gonna hit you. Both of these balls in your mouth.
He'll also put the dice in there too.
Yeah.
No. So my favorite anime from 2016, actually probably one of my favorites altogether, was only available subtitled, which turned a lot of people off at first, that I talked to at least. And they went through and they dubbed it. And they said, okay, we're going to dub it, and here's the dub. They released it, and 3 weeks after it got released, it got pulled because the studio that bought the rights to dub it lost the rights to dub it. So, it was gone for about a year. Finally, all of ReZero is available dubbed on Crunchyroll and subbed on Crunchyroll. It is fucking one of the best animes I've ever seen in my life. It is so good.
I'm just ready for My Hero Academia to come back.
It's shortly.
Just started? No, Attack on Titan just started.
I also
Yeah.
need to watch
It's coming
the
back
second
soon.
season of One Punch Man.
I never watched the first season. I watched the first
Oh,
episode and I thought it was hilarious, and then like I never ended up
It
finishing.
is hilarious, and then at the same time, it's great because it follows a character that is obviously making fun of the DBZ tropes of something is always stronger, and it follows him because he's so strong he's bored.
Yeah.
That's just great. I love that. He ends up his final fucking attack in the first season is literally called Serious Move. What is it? Serious Move, Killer Punch, and he punches one at once and obliterates part of the sky. Like, it's great. I like it.
Oh, I take it back. My Hero Academia starts up in October.
The one thing I will say, with just talk about like, oh, it's just a character that's like really bored, and where's it going with this? Sorry, my whole mind just went blank. No, I had something I was gonna say about ReZero. No, I was just gonna talk about what ReZero was.
No!
No.
No.
Do it for me. I can't do it.
No.
No, but the whole point of ReZero is it's a character who is just a teenager from Japan, the most stuck-up piece of shit, thinks he's a hero, so he is in a convenience store, and he walks out of a convenience store in Japan, and is in a medieval world, and there's elves, and like, you know, all these people walking around, and it's fantasy world, and it's an isekai. So he's going through, and he's just like, holy shit, new world. Oh my god, that means I'm the hero. I've seen this before. I've played this game, so I must have some kind of like magical powers. So like a guy like starts to rob this girl, and he's like, "Stop there, robber! I'm gonna stop you!" And like runs in, and the robber pulls out a knife and just stabs him right in the gut and kills him.
The fuck?
And then he wakes up, and he's right back to where he was. And then when he first walked into the world, and then he was like, "That's fucking weird. Like, I feel like I just lived this." And then like something happens, and I won't go into a lot, but like he's going around, and it's like, "Oh, okay, I'm trying to figure this out." And there's a mystery, and I get here, he gets killed, comes back to here.
It's Groundhog Day.
Yes, but the entire thing is, it's him trying to figure out why he keeps dying and find a way to live. But the thing is, every time he keeps going through, he starts growing A as a character because he starts learning things.
Right.
But B, the other problem is all of his relationships where, oh, I'm here, I fell in love with this girl, and I love her, and I've got friends now, and, you know, I'm learning, and I made all this stuff. Oh, I died, back to here. No one remembers you, you don't...
Yeah,
You have
Groundhog Day.
yeah, but I've never seen the movie.
What Groundhog Day, but like Groundhog Day is a 24-hour period that you keep repeating, whereas this is like
literally, he
Okay.
goes on for
years. And
Edge of
Well, I
Tomorrow.
was gonna say there's a point where like he
I-
goes on for about a month and dies, and then he literally like walks up to the person he loves and is just like talking to them, and they're like, "Do I know you?" And he's just crying. And he's like,
I was
"Please,
go-
I need you to remember me.
yeah, I was gonna say
like-
I'm getting flashbacks to like Live Die Repeat or what's the
Happy Death Day.
no the I gotta sell more rugs. Rick and Morty.
No,
The
Roy.
Roy.
Play a whole life and then
And then die and
What?
then restart whenever you're ready. And
Where's
like
my wife?
yeah.
Come on, Morty. It was just a game. Jeez. No, but so
He's
there's
taking,
literally.
he's taking Roy off the grid.
There's, like other stuff where it's like, oh, okay, like I know what I need to do now because I remember and I figured this out and I know how I'm gonna beat it. Okay, fine, we beat it. I did it. Oh my god, 2 people just got killed that I care about. Okay, like I know what I have to do, and he literally goes up on a cliff and is crying and talking to one person. He's like, I need you guys to remember me, and he's like, okay, fine, this is how it has to go, and he kills himself. He jumps off the cliff and dies. And then it all resets, and it's just this constant of him trying. And there
You
are
seen Edge of
checkpoints.
Tomorrow?
No, I have not. Tom Cruise.
Yes.
It's so good.
It is probably
What's the
one of
actual name of
best
that movie?
films.
So
Edge of Tomorrow.
no, technically it is actually Live Die Repeat. It was originally going to be released as Edge of Tomorrow, and then like something happened and the tagline was Edge of Tomorrow. The tagline was Live Die Repeat. But Live Die Repeat was in bigger letters, so everybody assumed the name was Live Die Repeat, so that became the new name of the movie, just like the band. Right.
No, what he's
but
saying is that's the actual name of the film. That is
Oh,
what
but the tagline.
What-
it was known
tagline-
as.
Everybody knew it as the
Tom Cruise because that
tagline.
was what it was
correct.
actually
So
written.
but then it's the same concept of what was the original name of that
Zack and Miri Make a
band?
Porno.
No.
'Cause that's not called Zack and Miri Make a Porno
No.
anymore.
Really?
Yeah, it's now called Zack and Miri. Studios went through and were like, well, we're not going to go through and put that on our TV show if it says porno in the title. We're not going to print a DVD that says porno in the title.
This is
like,
a manga?
do I?
It's a manga and an anime.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know it was an
Or wait, no,
anime.
sorry,
I
Edge
said
of
it
Tomorrow.
was a manga.
Yeah. My bad.
But the other thing I was going to say real quick, last little point, is the other thing is in this there are checkpoints as well where it's, oh, once you get, like, he's able to, okay, I beat this and I moved on and I solved this puzzle. It's, oh, everything looks like it's going to be happy from here on out. And then he dies again. And, like, there's literally one night where he's like, I can't believe I did it. Everything's happy. I'm so happy. Everything's perfect. My life is great. Goes to sleep, and he wakes up, and he's back to here, and he has no idea what happened. And he's like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't die. Why am I back here? And it's so good. It'll break your heart. But it's only 24 episodes, I think. And season 2 starts in October.
So I've got a couple good pivots.
No.
Cool.
Things that I wanted to chat
You're not
about.
allowed to talk.
Yes.
I know we like to sort of rip on Epic here, or at least talk about Epic games. But can we talk about Epic poaching Nate Nanzer from Overwatch?
That was a big fucking thing.
So
Yeah.
Nate Nanzer is the commissioner of Overwatch League. He is the guy that has had the vision for Overwatch League all these years
What
and
happened to
has been the driving force behind the success that is the
He was
Overwatch League.
killed in the car crash.
He recently left Blizzard to join Epic Games as the director of competitive esports initiatives.
So
For
Fortnite.
Fortnite. And I'm just like, are you
I hate to
kidding
tell you,
me?
Fortnite brings in more money than Overwatch.
So there's there's three.
But how do you make
three
a competitive
things.
league out of that? Okay, let's get 99 players into this arena.
There's three things. If there's anybody in esports that can turn Fortnite into a esport
This
league,
guy.
it's Nate Nanzer. Second, Nate Nanzer wouldn't leave Overwatch League if he didn't feel that his baby was in a good position.
Yeah.
Right? And also,
Or something.
Epic
Just
Games
piss him off.
wouldn't
He's like,
offer him the obscene amount of money it would take to get him to leave Overwatch League
Right.
if they did not think he was successful. So, as much as I'm upset to see him go, and
It makes
especially
sense.
go to fucking Fortnite,
See,
that shows me that
I
Overwatch
keep
League's in a
trying to
good
defend
position
Fortnite.
and that it's being
I keep
successful.
getting more and more tired of it.
Well, who keeps trying to defend Fortnite?
I said I keep trying to
Oh,
defend it to
no.
myself, and I'm like, it's
I
a good
like-
game. I like it. And I'm
It
just
is a
like,
good
I'm
game in its
tired of
own
hearing about
right.
it.
I mean,
For
I
me, it's the
find-
community.
And I
Yeah.
understand.
I can't play with the
But I
community.
find myself watching people play Fortnite, and it's amazing to watch as they pull off these outrageous. They're so fast with their movements.
I don't get how people
And
build
they're-
that fast in that game.
Well-
I'm sitting there and I'll be like, I gotta build. Okay. Put that down. Okay. I'm gonna put a wall right here.
Well, so that's the thing.
I'm gonna
You
put a
can.
wall right. Oh,
I didn't know this until after I played it for a few months. You can hold down the mouse button and it auto builds for you. Like
What?
you just have to pick. So if you want to build a wall, you have to select the wall section.
Okay.
Hold down the mouse and look. Turn your mouse literally.
It'll just build.
If you stand still, hold mouse 1, it'll build a wall. If you turn, it builds a wall connected to that as a square. So
The
when
fuck?
people are doing this super fast, if you want to build a wall around yourself, you literally get to a spot,
And just
pull out your
look.
wall, spin really fast. You build 4 walls instantly. Yeah.
I did not know that.
So it becomes a combination of presses. So for me, my ground is Q. So all I got to do to bring up a wall is my mouse 5 button.
Okay.
Spin, Q, look up, click. Perfect little house that I'm guarded in. But people go crazier. They build a ramp, a wall, a floor, and then turn sideways, a ramp, a wall, a floor, and then it's got the wall against that, and they'll build spirals. And it's like,
And they're all of a sudden.
yeah, they're like crazy fast because they play a lot, they practice. So to me, it's amazing. There's definitely skill. You can't say, well, how is this competitive? Because it
I
has
didn't mean how is it
aspects.
competitive. I guess what I was saying is like at least
How-
on
How
the-
do you
do
turn?
it?
How do you
But I
turn
mean,
battle royale? Into
How do you
competitive?
make it fair,
Yeah.
if you will?
Not necessarily even that. My thing is so like Overwatch, okay?
Yeah.
You have 2 teams of 6.
Yeah.
And is it 6? 5?
Yes.
6. So you have 2 teams of 6.
Yeah.
You give them both an objective. Whoever goes through and wins wins.
Right.
It's 2 teams. You're a team.
Yeah. The
Okay.
objective for this is to live.
I get that. So it's not 6 players and 6 players. Now it's okay. Let's build an arena that has a 100-player base sitting on it,
Yeah.
and then okay, you're out. So you're out. So okay, now what? Do we bring another person
I
in,
mean,
or is that
shit,
the,
look how
is
many
it
people
one,
like watching
is,
the Hunger Games.
But I'm saying is one game the entire tournament?
No, it's you have qualifiers, you have a
but-
variety of different.
Okay,
But
so
if
what?
there's
How do you
any-
do it?
if
Okay,
there's
one person
anybody
won. Is
that's-
98 players out?
Huh?
If there's anybody that's going to find a way to do it, it's
Well,
gonna
they
be
already
Nancy.
have tournaments and stuff going through. You play seeded games where you get placed in a seed with 100 or 99 other people, and then I think it's X amount of elimination. So if you play this game and you die, you get put in another game with people who then died. Because I mean, it's not like you have 12 people. You got to think there are people that don't leave their houses but are still in tournaments. That's why you hear news.
I get that, but my point is, if they're trying to go through and build, what Overwatch did was okay. We built actual arenas, and we had
Right.
cities had teams. If they're trying to do
But
that,
it's an entirely different style of game. That's the thing.
Right.
That's what I'm
You're,
saying.
you're literally comparing a team-based objective game with a free-for-all battle
They
royale.
still have those arenas that you're talking about with all these people watching, but the people that are there are like Ninja, Tim the Tap Man, like popular streamers. Whereas they're Tfue, I think Tfue for a long time will just play from home.
so I mean, is it literally going to be? And our winner is Corey from
Yeah.
Georgia, just won. Like,
Yeah, but
Yeah, but that,
let's cut over to him, and he's on a webcam going. And they're like, yeah,
They-
thanks. We
they
can't give him a
get the-
trophy because
well,
he's not here. But
that's
good
what-
job, buddy.
But that's what I mean. It's not so much about the trophy because they make a lot of money streaming, but that's also why there's all the controversy. All these people that cheat because they're using their home computer. There's no one watching them. How the fuck wouldn't you cheat at that point?
But that's my point is, so then they have to eliminate that. So
Right.
now they have to make okay. Here's the arena. Everybody has to
Right.
be here.
So
that's that's probably why they went and poached Nanzer.
right.
Because if
So
there's
he can find a
anyone,
way-
if there's anyone that can
Right.
turn Fortnite Battle Royale into a competitive professional league, it's gonna be this
You know
guy.
how he's gonna do it? He's gonna say, let's get rid of this fucking 99 player shit and go to 2 teams of 6.
Probably watch him.
And you know what? I think it's stupid that we have all these like loadouts and pick web. You know what? Why don't we have one guy who's the healer? We're gonna have one guy who's DPS. We're gonna have a tank.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
By
By the way, I figured out what I was trying to say. I was referencing the band The Guess Who.
Oh yeah.
earlier, because we were talking about like name changing based on like even though it's named this, they name this. The Guess Who, their first album that came out was Shaken All Over. That was originally the name of the band. The name of the album was Guess Who, but when they released it, the LP came in a brown paper bag that said Guess Who and question mark, and everybody just thought, oh, so the name of the band's Guess Who? So they just switched it up, and then the Guess Who became the name of the band.
Gotcha.
So it's kind of like that where Edge of Tomorrow, Live, Die, Repeat, a lot of the promotional material now says Live, Die, Repeat's the name of the movie. Or if you buy the Blu-ray,
I was gonna say, yeah,
I'm pretty sure I have it over here.
It doesn't say Edge of Tomorrow
it doesn't say
anywhere
Edge
on the
That's
Blu-ray.
funny because that is what I know it as.
I know, that's
I
my
only
thing.
know it as Edge
People
of
kept
Tomorrow.
walking up to me and were like, "Hey, you seen that movie Live, Die, Repeat?" And I was like, "You mean Edge of Tomorrow?" And they're like, "What's Edge of Tomorrow?" I was like, "The movie."
I don't own it. I thought I did.
I was gonna say because the tagline on the movie
Well, I can pull it up
poster,
on
I
like
remember,
Amazon or something.
was
Just like,
super tiny.
So I got one more thing,
But
and then
anyway,
I want to
sorry.
get the E3 hype.
Oh.
Okay, so everyone here knows that Bungie bought themselves out of Activision, right?
Yes.
Can we just talk about the shade that Bungie threw at Activision this last update? Because Bungie removed Activision from the credits of the game and put them as partner studio.
Uh-huh.
Just removed them from the credits and put them as partner studio.
So what did Activision do for Bungie
So Activision was
aside from like
Activision was the publisher. Activision threw them money and said, "Hey, Destiny was successful. We want you to make another version of it with us as the publisher. We're going to give you this much money, but with this stipulation, i.e., there has to be a cash shot. There has to be this, and this." Now Bungie went and said, "Hey, times were great. It's not you. It's me.
how do you buy a fucking Blu-ray?
We're
on
gonna
Amazon anymore?
we're gonna buy our rights and we're gonna take our game over and we're gonna play in our yard." And so now that's why, like, they in the past this week at Bungie, when they detail what's going on with all their games, DJ, one of the community managers, came out and said, he's like, "I don't think you guys are ready for what the next age of
That's
Destiny
so weird.
Mm-hmm.
what the next age of Destiny is going to be." And so, like, as someone that I know, we had this conversation last
What you
week,
just
and
showed.
a lot of people didn't really enjoy Destiny, but as a person that didn't love it,
Edge of Tomorrow. Is that an actor?
I'm really excited for what they're going to do
Emily Blunt?
The game.
with the rest of Destiny 2 and what is going to be Destiny 3.
See,
Yeah.
I loved the first Destiny. Destiny 2 isn't bad. I bought that expansion or whatever you guys told me to, and I regret it because I have it.
I-
not
Each their
even
own.
touched for
Each their own.
Forsaken, the story was
I know,
amazing.
but I've, like,
I was
that's,
just mad.
that's
I
not a bad
heard
thing. I'm on
basic-
days, you guys are on nights. You would go through and play it a bunch, and I'm like sleeping.
Mhm.
So I have no
And
drive.
then you
I
gotta
will
get
say
on,
that-
and then it's like, oh, I'm playing by myself. So.
I will say this.
And I heard Nathan Fillion's not in it anymore, so I was like, I don't give a shit. I don't want to play.
Leading into E3, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some Destiny news from Bungie at some point.
I don't think we're gonna see 3 yet. I'm pretty sure.
No,
it's just
we
gonna be
won't see
another-
3, but it'll probably be their, because
It's
they
gonna be their season. This
actually,
is
I
gonna be
think
their
it's
Taken
supposed
King.
it's supposed to be this week. It's not supposed to be at E3.
Not Taken King. What's the other one they did? Iron.
The Rise of Iron.
Rise of Iron. This is gonna be their Rise of Iron year.
They've already teased a new age, so I think this week we're going to see what their plans are for the continuation of Destiny 2. But
So basically,
leading into E3
Six
hype,
flies off at the end of it. It's just
did
right.
anyone see the
It's just
Microsoft mix up on Mixer?
Yes.
No.
Microsoft accidentally published a streaming category on Mixer
So like
labeled 4.
Oops.
Oops.
Part of me is
Oh.
like, was that a mistake or was that an actual like? Because
Shadow, or I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
I'm just.
Sorry.
Part of me feels like every time I hear the stuff like that nowadays, where it's like, oh my god, this company did this. I'm like, it sounds like it was intentional.
It might.
For
It
instance-
very well might have been, but
To create some
that
buzz
does
about it.
not. That
That's
does
what I'm
not
saying.
nullify my hype.
Oh
for a
yeah.
Fable
Oh
4.
no, I don't get. No, don't
But
get
okay,
me wrong.
can
at
you
all, I
can you
agree.
can you help me because I'm trying to remember. So Microsoft cut Lionhead Studios, who originally did Fable. Correct.
Correct.
So then, Did somebody buy Fable, like the rights to that, or what?
Microsoft still owns
They
it.
still own
cut
it.
the studio,
They just cut the studio.
but they still
Okay.
own the rights to the game.
Okay, that's what I wanted
That's
to make
why
sure.
Now I think if we see a Fable 4 announcements, it's going to be a Microsoft Studios game. It's going to be a Microsoft
But
produced.
who would they give it to? Look at their studios. Who do you think they give it to?
It would probably be.
I'm just curious who we think like could do something like that.
Well, don't they just have?
They have just in-house Microsoft
Yeah,
Studios.
Microsoft
Well,
Studios
It's
is
their
a.
in-house
Right, but
studio.
but Joe's saying like Ninja Theory, like
I think
there's
You've got
I don't think-
Compulsion,
I don't
you've
think it
got
would be
Gear,
any of
or
them.
not Gearbox. Who did Gears of War?
Oh God.
Coalition.
Coalition.
Yeah.
You've
I don't think
got-
it'd be any of them. I think it'd just be the overarching Microsoft Studios.
That's what I'm saying is they've never released a game that's just Microsoft Studios. Like Halo is Microsoft Studios, done by 343. You've got Sea of Thieves is Microsoft Studios, done by Rare.
Yeah.
They've never had a Microsoft Studio game.
Okay.
Like even Forza is Microsoft Studios, done by. I can't remember who does fucking Forza.
Forza is turn 10.
Yeah, so there's all.
I don't play racing games.
I don't know.
Yeah, so okay, yeah, so it will either so it'll either be 343 Industries, In Exile, Microsoft Casual Games, which is only does Solitaire, Mahjong, Minesweeper,
That
Yeah, let's get them to do Fable 4.
Obsidian.
could be Obsidian.
I could see an Obsidian Fable 4.
What's also announced that is potential is the fact that
Death Stranding
apparently
has a release date.
Marvel's Avengers is going to take center stage.
Ubisoft.
Yeah,
That's
Square Enix,
That's
yeah.
not apparently. Square Enix posted that
Yeah,
today.
they came out.
Yeah,
And
they
said,
came out and
"Stay
said it
tuned
today.
Our E3 press conference
Yeah.
to see more on Avengers
Turn 10, Undead Labs, and Xbox Global Publishing.
and Compulsion.
So
I didn't hear you say Ninja Theory. I didn't hear you say any of the new studios.
Oh, sorry. So, Canadian,
Compulsion.
Compulsion and Coalition.
Oh, okay.
Swedish, Mojang. United Kingdom, Ninja Theory, Playground Games, and Rare.
Wait, where's Rare?
Rare is based out of UK.
Really?
I wanna
Yeah.
take a trip in the go back machine.
Can we get a Banjo-Kazooie 4?
So
Good.
there's going to be a studio that people haven't heard from in a very long time at E3 this year.
I didn't even know they existed still until Nick told me this.
That studio is going to be THQ Nordic.
Oh.
that's right, I
I
forgot
didn't know
about
there
that.
was
So
still a
they
studio.
teased
I
two
thought
things.
they.
They
Yeah.
teased
I
a
thought.
remake, and this is in quotes, a remake of a galactically beloved series,
Which is
Destroy All Humans,
Australian.
Probably.
and
Ah,
then
you said Galactic.
and
Never
then
played.
a reboot of a what do they call it? A global phenomenon? No,
I just heard beloved franchise.
I thought,
beloved franchise.
yeah.
Which
remember what
there's
people
only
think
there's
that
only
is.
2 beloved franchises that they were really popular with. Red Faction,
Which they've already announced
Yes.
a new Red Faction.
and the other one was Time Splitters.
That's right. I remember you guys talking about this.
If they have a remake of Time Splitters at E3,
Jeff Forshem and I are bust.
I will not be able to throw my
Okay.
money at the screen fast enough.
We pissed off your internet.
Why?
Do a Google search.
Why?
Penis bone.
Doing a Google search of
Just
what?
Do anything.
Anything.
Google.com.
That work?
Internet fast.
Is it really working for you?
Anything.
I'm doing a Google search right now. It says our systems have detected unusual traffic from your network. This page is to check to see if you are actually sending requests or not. Please go through and
Joseph?
confirm that you are not a robot.
I'm also direct connected,
Oh.
which might have something to do with that. I typed in anything. Apparently, there's a movie that 2017 called Anything that was a drama romance for an hour and 34 minutes.
Didn't know that.
5.8 out of 10 stars.
The other thing is Call of Duty.
Yeah, I saw they just released a thing today.
So they released a teaser
Soundbite.
today that had some static and a soundbite with a woman talking in it. And then tomorrow they're going to
Tomorrow.
do the full reveal.
Yeah.
What time tomorrow?
Are we really? Are
10:30?
we excited about Call of Duty?
Ha!
Yeah.
Modern Warfare.
Expectations are tempered, but excited because it is Call of Duty Modern Warfare. They are they are rebooting the Modern Warfare name.
It is a soft reboot of Modern
And
Warfare.
They have come out and said that from the people that have played it, there have been good things, But they came out and said that the campaign is going to focus on tough emotional situations, taking a lot of inspiration from the no rushing mission. The airport mission that you had the option to not play.
You're in the elevator opens up. No rush.
So
My issue.
I'm very excited for that because I want a game to get back into that gritty first-person shooter,
Yeah, but
moral
to be fair,
conundrum, ethical conundrum.
That wasn't really. What was the moral conundrum there? To shoot or not to shoot?
that, but it was the situation it puts you in.
Which was?
You are the guy that's supposed to be infiltrating this group of people.
Sure.
That you go in and you murder a bunch of civilians to fit in with this group of people to continue getting along with them, and then as you get in the van, they already know and they kill you.
To prove your point, though, like you said, you can choose not to play it. Doesn't change the outcome of the story at all.
No, it doesn't. But
I'm just saying the way you're talking about moral conundrum, I don't think that they did it very well.
Yes and no. So there's games I've played where you kind of come to a pick A or pick B and you pick one and you get a different ending. But then there's other games like this where obviously it doesn't have a big difference to do with the end game. But when I first played this, going into it, not knowing what to expect in this game and everything like that, I had no idea this no Russian mission was even a thing. Like, I personally, as a person, felt more, I guess, torn in two separate directions than other games where it does affect the story.
Moral conundrum is like the Walking Dead game. Wouldn't you have to choose?
Kind of, yeah.
That might have been bad phrasing on my part, but like my thing is, you can go into that mission and you can choose to be a lean, mean murder machine.
Right.
Or you can choose to not shoot a single person, but at the end of the story, the outcome is still the same because they kill you and you are an American found in an airport full of dead Russians.
Right. No.
So it's a tough situation because you are caught in, no matter what you do,
Right.
you're still in a bad
the
situation.
point it had towards the story, and it is a very significant point. I'm just saying, look at the gameplay in the same aspect, right? It is either move slowly and hold right trigger, or move slowly
And do nothing.
And
I get that.
I feel like if you wanted more of an impact, they should have focused on that. Mm-hmm. Maybe have dialogue or something like, hey, you know, pull the trigger. Or, you know, any sort of interconnectivity. It felt heartless. Just like, which Modern Warfare is it where you play as a soldier for the very first level who dies?
Every single game.
And it has no. It's literally like the
Tutorial.
Thank you. The tutorial, and he dies. He gets shot or something. And it's
Are you talking about Battlefield?
No, is it Battlefield?
Battlefield, yeah. Battlefield, you play. You try to you're defending this one spot, and it's just enemies just keep coming at you, and then it's just like, how long can you survive till they kill you?
To me, like it's that exact sort of narrative is very what. Whereas, like, which Modern Warfare is it? Is it the second one? Whenever Shepard goes all batshit insane, shooting people, you're morally invested in these characters that have a difference. I don't know. Like they tell a good story. The campaigns are good. I just have gotten to the point now where I maybe it's because I'm getting fucking older. I expect more. More than just very linear. Move forward, shoot, grenade.
And that's what I'm sort of hoping. That's what I'm sort of hoping we'll see.
Yeah.
With this new iteration of Modern Warfare is choice and
a less linear narrative.
Like, I'm excited.
I would kickstart the shit out of Rainbow Six Patriots.
With the way first person shooters are going, and everything's going back to everything's either going too far in the future or back in the past.
I feel like we haven't had a good future game except for Titanfall 2. Just thought I'd say.
Agree. I wholeheartedly support that. Yeah. Titanfall 2 was an amazing creation, and I'm so upset that it didn't get the recognition it deserves because it's released.
I mean, the multiplayer is SMG or bust, pretty much.
Yep.
No, I got 200 point games on attrition with the G7 Scout.
Story is phenomenal.
The G7 Scout was nice. I also loved the 301. The 301 was amazing.
Unstoppable.
But like, but
get fired by people with the fucking alternator like from across.
Which is so funny because the alternator is the biggest piece of shit in Apex. But anyway, but
It's no Mozambique.
but like,
That's the best fucking gun you can get. Don't fuck.
but I mean, like Titanfall 2 coming as a sequel to a game that didn't have a campaign. Titanfall 2 having a campaign, I was like, oh, okay. We're having a I was blown out of my seat.
Just the storytelling was amazing.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I was going into it expecting, okay, it's just gonna be a run of the mill campaign. Yeah. Well,
Battlefield 4 on campaign.
Yeah. And then like
not a bad company.
It was so fucking good. Like holy fucking shit, so
the
fucking
connection
good.
between Cooper and BT was
awesome.
That scene where you're sliding down and BT just reaches out and snags you, like that was exactly.
Yeah.
That's one of those moments where I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited to go back to the modern day first person shooter where I'm using current generation weapons with all the attachments that I want.
And they're all worse than a knife.
Yes. 100%. I want to shoot 25 bullets at a person and they don't die, but then stab them in the leg and they're dead immediately. No, I'm just excited to go back to that. Just like I'll say to the end. If they were to just drop where they're at with Battlefield 5 and say, fuck it, we fucked up, we're going back and we're redoing Battlefield 4, we're redoing Battlefield 3.
Problem is now you
want?
can still go back and play Battlefield 4. Like
You can.
it still has a very surprisingly large.
Oh yeah, But let's.
Well, that's what's surprising to me is it still has a very
not the
large
hardcore
fan base.
survey.
Let's remake that or make a game in that vein.
Hardcore servers in Battlefield is just
In that
everyone has
vein.
a sniper or a scout rifle. There's no reason to have assault rifles.
Oh no, I love using that. I use the handgun all the time. I would just kill people with a handgun.
John Wick, calm down. Glock for days.
Again, we're going to talk about
I thought there was
Death
some-
Stranding.
I finally got a release
I
date.
haven't seen it either, but yeah.
I haven't seen the trailer, but it finally.
Is Norman
got a release
Reedus
date.
still in it?
Yes.
Well, yeah. He's a...
Did you guys see the pre-order bonuses?
Hans Mikkelsen.
So, the pre-order bonuses, from the sounds of it, I've read a couple of different articles about this, and it sounds like Kojima was like, okay, like, we got the game, like, here it is, coming out in November, and I don't know who is publishing the game?
So that's the thing.
Kojima Studio.
It is
studio.
Kojima Productions.
It sounds like someone was pressuring him, saying, "Okay, you have to do pre-order stuff," and he's like, "I don't want to do pre-order stuff." And they're like, "We have to do pre-order stuff. Like that's what sells. So we need pre-order stuff. So like, what are we gonna pre-order?" And he's like, "I don't want to pre-order." And they're like, "We're going to." He's like, "Okay, fine. If you pre-order, you get a golden hat instead of a blue hat." So they're like, "Okay, cool. So when you pre-order, you get a golden pair of sunglasses, a golden hat, and a golden bag instead of just a regular bag, a regular pair of
But
sunglasses."
here's the
and
thing
it
that's
also-
hilarious because it also says you unlock through game progression. So you don't even like start the game and boom, you have it. You unlock it through progression through the game. So my thought process was like, I wonder if like you're walking through and like at some point in time it's like, oh, game progression, you trip and fall into a vat of like something that's like gold muck or whatever, and then come out and all your stuff is dyed gold as a joke.
You're just walking, and all of a sudden a beam of light hits you, and it just.
Yeah. But yeah, it's almost like
it all turns gold for like 10 minutes.
yeah, it's ridiculous.
I don't even know if you can level up in this game.
But what's the date? Did they say the date?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
November something.
Yeah.
I just
November
haven't
or something
looked
of this
up
year.
on it.
I can't. Wow, I'm surprised.
right. That I thought it was gonna be 2020 at the earliest.
I thought it was gonna be a
Well,
release
I mean,
for
the
PS5
guy has been working on this fucking game for how long?
since.
November 8th?
Well,
Since he fucked some executive's wife and then had to go into hiding. No, I'm kidding.
Phantom Pain came out in 2014, so that was 5 years ago.
2014.
Yeah.
Was it?
Phantom Pain was 2014, but he didn't
No, 15
start this
was
game in
Witcher.
2014.
Yeah, correct.
He didn't start this game in
There's too
2014.
many games to play, guys.
I get that, but-
I want to play more now. I want to play ESO. I want to play Observer. I want to play Star Wars.
I played Splitgate last
I
night.
played all of. I finally downloaded it.
I wanna-
and
I've seen so much footage.
It's
That
so
was badass.
it definitely has a learning curve to get used to playing with the portals and all
I
that.
bet it does.
But I played like 4 or 5 games last night, and by like once I started to get the hang of the map design and where to
There's
play,
really like 4 maps, right?
yeah, where to place portals and all that.
Yeah.
It became a lot of fucking fun because you'll have this one guy that's just camping out, and you die to him like twice, and you're like, well, fuck this shit. and you manage to sneak a portal behind him, and then run like to the other side of the map, drop your portal, and then you can just poke through it and be like,
You can shoot through them, can't you?
oh yeah. Oh yeah. And the cool thing is enemies can't see through your portal.
Yeah.
But if you're near the portal, it'll flash for them. They can still shoot through it and hit you, but they just can't see.
My thing is, I saw the trailer and I was like, wow, this game looks really cool. Can we just have Halo 6 already? We just want Halo 6.
Can I just have a more popular Titanfall, please?
Yeah.
Multiplayer-wise?
Yeah.
I'd rather have a Reach instead.
If Titanfall 2 had released at any other time so that it wasn't drowned out by Battlefield 1, we would
I will also say Titanfall 2 on Xbox One is immensely better with multiplayer than the PC.
And that's probably true.
Like when I've played the PC one, it lags so much.
I don't have any issues with lag. It's just literally 9 times out of 10, it's an R301, it's an alternator, it's the Prowler, it is a hip-firing SMG. Or there's a beam rifle you can get, right?
Yeah.
That's like just constant beam, or that.
That's one of the Titan weapons. One of the ones you use to kill Titans.
I would use the R301, but I just get literally a guy who's just like. Oh, look at that! I've got 60 kills.
See, on Xbox, I'm 11th prestige.
Something like that.
When
we played it a lot.
Like, we played it a lot, and
What level are you?
You're like six prestige or something like that.
I was gonna say you have to do good to get prestige.
Well, here's my thing. No, so I've played a lot of Call of Duty. I've played a lot of different things. I think Titanfall 2 is the only thing I have ever prestiged in.
Oh man,
we were all
between
me, you, Cole, and Becker. We were at we played
constantly
every single night for probably
hours on end.
There's too many games
for probably 6 or 7
I
months.
never thought I'd ever say that. But I remember when I was poor and I couldn't afford but one game, and I'd play that one.
See, here's the thing. I've definitely come to the realization. I heard it and I was like, you're wrong, but it's so fucking accurate. It's not even funny. When you have the time, you don't have the money. But when you have the money, you don't have the time.
Yeah.
It's so yeah. I will say, did anybody see the free games of the month for June for PlayStation?
No, I was just gonna mention PlayStation though.
Rain, right?
Handsome Jack Collection.
Oh no, that's what it was.
And Sonic Mania.
Already on it.
Oh wait, did you guys talk about it last week? The Sonic movie getting pushed back.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah.
It is.
Good
But
on
it's
them.
still really funny that they're still playing trailers for it that says it comes out in August.
Yeah.
So I went and saw Pikachu again this week, and I was like, it literally had like 3 screens that said coming out on August, because like it said it at the end of the trailer, and then it did a thing, and then it says again at the end of the trailer, and then they go to a cut screen that has the title with the release date, and I was like, none of that's right. No, Sony though, I find it funny that they're refusing to be part of E3, and we're too big for E3 now, and we're gonna do our own thing because it's just we are bigger than it, and blah blah blah.
They're trying to, but it's gonna hurt them.
It's
You
gonna
know they're gonna
backfire
hurt
on
them.
so bad.
So they're running a sale that entire E3 weekend. The State of Play sale that they do every year is running through E3 weekend. So it was like, so you're still trying to play off E3 anyway. And then on top of that, just got leaked that Sony's still being quiet on it, but it sounds like Left 4 Dead 2 is going to not Left 4 Dead. Last of Us 2 is going to miss this year as well. So now it sounds like it's coming out next Christmas, which is really going to hurt Sony.
Yeah.
Which I'm okay with because I'm ready for Sony to fall. I'm so tired of Sony.
It's gonna be a launch title.
Yeah, but you've
for
been
the
an
new
Xbox
system.
guy for so long.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
I
launch
know,
title
but my
for
thing is, what's pissing me off is the fact of like I remember when like
I think Sony's too big too; they'll never fall.
my thing is I don't
Just
think
like
they will
Xbox
actually
will never
fall, but my
fall.
point is I poor wording.
They won't
But my
fall, but
thing
they'll
is
get
just
knocked down a peg.
My thing is just the fact of like I remember when like 360 was huge and Microsoft was like 100%. Everyone had an Xbox 360 and like some people had a PS3. And then, like, Microsoft was like there was literally one press conference where somebody was talking to the head of Microsoft, and he was like, no, I love PlayStation. Like, I think it's great. I've got a PSP in my pocket right here. Like, I was playing it backstage. I love PlayStation. Like, I work for Microsoft.
Yeah.
But PlayStation's a great company. And then, like, fucking Sony took over during the quote-unquote fiasco of the Xbox One. and then jumped ahead, and now they're just like, oh, fuck Microsoft, we're better than you.
Oh,
Well, but now, I mean, now they've got the agreements on the streaming.
I get that, but I'm like, they're
now
constantly
Sony is
coming
using
out and
the
like,
Microsoft Cloud services.
but I mean,
Yeah.
they're constantly coming out and just
Yeah, but it's
poking fun
Microsoft.
and making fun of Microsoft.
Like,
And
who
then
else
they're
are they
like,
gonna
no,
use?
like we like,
Fucking
you know,
do it too?
competition's
Yeah.
good, but then they like release videos and stuff where it's like we're better than you. And I'm like, don't be dicks. Like, it's just fucking annoying. And I literally every customer I
Well,
deal
the
with,
Xbox One thing was a fiasco.
I don't think it was.
It wasn't a fiasco for us because we're middle class white men
Maybe that's the issue.
who have access to internet all the time. But there were valid arguments
the internet?
if you look back to like
But have we not moved that way anyway now?
No, I know, I agree. That's kind of the ironic point is Xbox did it quietly.
Yeah. Well, I'm not even saying that, but I just mean gaming as an industry. Because just
What, DRM
name-
wise and everything?
not even necessarily.
Not
DRM.
necessarily.
I think it was okay. Like we don't want online only. We don't want this, and you can't make us do this, so we're not going to do it. Get rid of DRM.
DRM.
Do I have the right initials?
Yeah.
Anyway, get rid
DMR's
of
a gun.
it. So they said, okay, fine, we'll get rid of it. Cool. Every game we publish for the next 10 years is online only.
Yeah.
But it's just like, but now people aren't throwing a fit. Well, why is Call of Duty online only? Why is Fortnite online only? They're like, oh, okay, so I just have to be online to play this game.
'Cause
Same
it's
fucking thing as
multiplayer
it
only.
was.
Well, it's not gone
It's-
from
it's-
online only. It's gone to multiplayer.
That's the
only.
difference. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not a game that you play by yourself that has to be connected
It
to
is.
the internet.
It's the same thing.
It's you just can't play the game because it's a
1000%
multiplayer only game.
because
I just.
if you're gonna buy the game and you can't play multiplayer, there's no reason to have DRM. They're just gonna sneak the DRM in there because you're already online. I agree with you. It's the exact same thing. It's exactly where it was gonna go anyway. Everyone should have known, but it was still a fiasco on Microsoft's part to push the DRM so hard, because I think in their mind they're like, hey. The developers are gonna love this. The fact that everything's DRM, no one can pirate their games.
And I think
so
that
on
was
and
more
so
what
forth.
it was the fact that this was the agreement that the developers made with
Well,
Microsoft. Because
but
the thing was, if
I
you
don't know if
remember,
it was an agreement.
well, but what I'm saying is like, so when they announced Xbox One,
Yeah.
you walk into GameStop,
Yeah.
you say, I want to buy Halo 5. They hand you a copy of Halo 5. You take it home, you open it up, you put in your disc, you put in your code, you permanently have a digital copy. You never have to touch that disc again if you don't want to.
Which is cool.
But I don't think any studio would be like, I don't think Rockstar would be like, oh yeah, so you give a customer like a disc of Grand Theft Auto 5, they put it on their system, then they have a digital copy and a physical copy. Yeah, let's do that.
Right.
I think they were like, no, there's no fucking way we're going to do that. And then Microsoft was like, okay, well, what if we make it so you have to sign online so you know it's that guy playing? Well, if you'll do that, I'm fine with you guys doing that.
And so that's.
So I think it was
that's-
more to appease the developers, is it less of like,
Well, and
I don't think-
GameStop, of course, because that's GameStop's whole business model.
but I think people were freaking out. We're like, why is Microsoft attacking me personally? And I was like, I
Well,
don't think that's what it is. I
because
think
you-
it's literally what they're going to have to
well,
do
think
to
about it.
keep the game industry
You're fighting
going.
people's nostalgia, right? How many times did you play Couch Co-op with Nick?
All the time. When was the last time I bought a disc? Fucking 6
No,
years ago?
Well, but you guys don't live together anymore. Like that's what I mean by nostalgia. It's like, oh, suddenly you're taking away my ability to be able to play with my friend next to me and then let him take the game home. That's bullshit. I don't like that, even though I don't let it happen.
But that's what I was
ever.
gonna say. Is who actually does that
But-
anymore?
But it's
People
fucking
are like,
people.
"Don't take my nostalgia away." Well, when was the last time you did that? I don't know, 2002.
I love fucking Perfect Dark. It's the best game in the world.
Yeah.
When's the last time you played it? When did it release?
But that's the thing, is there's so many things nowadays where it's just people are like refusing change, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but at some point the industry does need to change. Like it has to evolve, or else it'll just stay the same as it's been.
The
And if
problem-
we all want the future to be fucking,
The nice thing is, like, I have gigabit internet. You have gigabit internet. Whoever else, yeah.
I have it as of the 7th.
You have gigabit internet as of the 7th. Still, not everyone has that. Hey, you know what's great?
All
Gigabit
you
internet.
guys.
You know why I don't like? What game was it we were talking about that lags? ESO?
Yeah.
It probably won't lag for me. I'll just have a download of like 200 megabits for that game specifically.
I think the best
Whole
part
time.
of just having gigabit internet is I can install games really fucking fast.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what
Joe was like,
really
"Wait, I have unlimited internet." Install.
Yeah, well, 'cause The biggest thing the reason why I upgraded to gigabit internet wasn't because
Given the
of
cap?
anything. Well, no. So it started with the cap. I got a message and it was like the
That's
15th of the
stupid.
month, and it was like, hey, you've used like 800 gigs and you only get a
Fuck
terabyte.
That.
And I was
will
like-
never go back to Comcast.
But I was just like, well, that fucking sucks. So like Nick was talking about what's that game? What's it called? You just played it, Portal.
Splitgate.
Halo. Yeah. So Splitgate. He was like, download it, and I was like, I really can't. He's like, it's only 20 gigs, and I was like, yeah, but I'm already at like 800. I was like, I really need to save as much as I can because I stream all the time, constantly on Netflix and Hulu.
Right.
So, I feel like I should ask you. You're good. You're coughing really bad. No, we're all just ignoring you, just like, hey, he's choking.
He's just convulsing on
He's
the
u-
ground.
Hold on, let me finish my story.
He'll be fine.
Literally, convulsing on the ground. I just pull out my wallet, slip it between his teeth so he doesn't.
He'll be good.
But no, so it went through. It was the whole thing about the data cap, and I was looking online, and I was like, well, what if? How much is it really just to fucking start paying for unlimited? I was like, I don't even give a shit anymore. I'll just pay for it. I don't care. I want unlimited internet. I got on the thing, and it was literally like, oh, you've been a customer for 1 year. Here's your new offer. It's $30 cheaper than I'm paying now, and it's gigabit internet plus everything else I have.
See, I didn't know.
And unlimited.
I didn't
Yeah,
know
and unlimited.
Comcast
And I was
had
like,
the
okay.
gigabit.
So
It's recent. For you.
not only is it recent, it literally just launched when they sent me the offer.
That makes sense.
So they were like, hey, buddy, like.
So how much is it?
So I'm currently paying with everything, and that includes like renting cable boxes, renting like
Sure.
the modem, everything. I think I'm paying like $180 now, which I was paying
That's still a
$215.
lot.
Yeah,
Well,
we
but-
also have like fucking
TV
we got
and
60-hour DVR on 3 TVs with every channel. Plus we have a phone line that no one. I don't even know what the
HBO.
phone number is. We did get rid of HBO on there.
oh yeah, because Game of Thrones is done.
Well, but not that. It was the offer included Showtime, and I was
Sad
like, we
day
don't even
for
watch
HBO.
Showtime. But we were
I'm
going
telling
through
you,
and so, like,
Metronet though. How much do you pay?
that's the thing. We can't get MetroNet in our area.
I know.
Yeah.
So that was the thing.
I
I was like,
Paying like $70.
Yeah, I was gonna say
See, the thing is, my
we
parents
have
were like, they're like, we have to have TV, and I was like, but what do you guys watch on TV? And literally, I'm not kidding. Everything they named, I was like, seriously, like, how do I put this? What am I trying to say?
All of it's on Hulu.
like no they're
it's the opposite.
it's
nothing they watch is on streaming. So I'm like, you guys don't even watch streaming services. And they're like, yeah, we watch TV. And I'm like, fuck that. Here's Netflix and Hulu. Find something on there you like, and let's get rid of this stuff.
If they just watch the basic channels, fucking get internet.
No, it's like
no it's
they
it
watch Hallmark Detective with Columbo and.
well but
I'm like,
but then on top of that they have all of Columbo on DVD.
he does.
They watch
I want to buy it for him. So
they watch Murder She Wrote. They have all of Murder She Wrote on DVD. Dude,
I came home the other day. My dad, what was he watching?
They-
It's older than Columbo.
they watch a shit ton of murder porn too.
But it's
Like the
literally
fucking
oh my God, it really is weird.
like the the investigation Discovery
Oh.
where it's like this wife snapped and stabbed her husband. See the gory details next.
Watching all those.
You know what's
And-
insane though? Is they'll sit there and they will watch those for hours.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh guys, cool. Like Child's Play came out. You guys want to go see it? My mom's like, that scares me. It's scary. I don't want to see it. I'm like, you literally just spent 6 hours watching how this guy dismembered his wife, and she was like, yeah, but like, that's scary. And I was like, yeah, that's real life. That's what I was like. This is about an Alexa.
This
that
is
got
make
mad.
believe about an Alexa that got mad.
I came home. I came home on a Tuesday, and Kaylee was watching a show, and she was talking to me, and she paused it. You know what it was? Killer wives with knives. About
Yeah.
when wives killed their husbands. I'm like,
She paused it because she didn't want you
yeah, I know.
realizing she was
I
getting
like,
ideas.
What have you learned?
You want to hear
You
how to
get
defend
scared
yourself?
when you
Right.
realize she's filled 3 notebooks.
Yeah.
She's got these notebooks. She
I
just
wake
covers
up and
up.
there's just a knife, like,
It's like paranormal.
Uh,
She's just standing over you
Oh,
for
God.
like
Cheese?
4 hours.
like she's standing over you with a knife and you wake up and she's just like, cheese?
But no, they were watching. I want to find out what the show was. I'll have to find out probably next week and tell you guys. But it's some show where it was like 1950 show where it's just about a guy who's a lawyer that like. It's just, that's it. He's just,
Oh no.
the
Fuck.
guy's name is the name of the show.
Yeah, it's
Fred.
no.
Dent.
Spectre.
Soap.
Road.
Titty.
Runner.
Anyone seen Jessica Negri?
No.
And her maid outfit?
No.
She came out with the maid outfit.
Perry Mason.
Perry Mason.
It starts off real low, and it's just her little mini skirt, and it comes up, and she's got a little duster. She kind of does this, and then it cuts up, and she has a Thanos mask on and an Infinity Gauntlet, and she just goes.
I want to know, has anyone else seen Aladdin? Am I the only one that's seen Aladdin so far?
Live action.
Yeah.
No.
So
No, I
this
haven't
is
seen
not
it.
giving anything away. First of all, we all know how Aladdin goes anyway. But not giving any spoilers for the movie.
The genie.
There's literally a scene where Jasmine has this song that they added into the movie, which why they added stuff. I was like, leave Aladdin alone, don't fuck with it. But anyway, it's a good song that they added in. But
Leave her alone.
Is it by fucking what's his name? White rapper guy that's super popular at the moment.
Post Malone, no.
Post Malone. Thank
No,
you.
it's literally just Jasmine. It's
though.
literally just Jasmine singing about. Basically, the whole song is she's like, I'm tired of being told that because I'm a woman I can't rule, and I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna take back. You know, I'm gonna have my voice and all this stuff, which is a great song. But it's
She's gonna burn the city down.
No, she's walking through. She's like walking through like the Agrabah, and she's like walking through the throne room, and as she's singing, she's going like this towards people, and they are literally turning to dust and evaporating as she's going around, and like they're just like all, and it's
fucking Khaleesi?
No, but like my thing is the way she's doing it. I was like, is this fucking Thanos? Like, there's one point in the movie where at the very beginning they explain like her mom died. And I'm watching the movie, and Howard was like, I don't think her mom died. I think she sacrificed her to get the Soul Stone.
Is the Sultan the short little fat guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dad?
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
Because like
He's not really, I don't know, he's not fat like he is in the movie.
that's not
but
cool.
like,
I'll like that then. One things they shouldn't have changed because it's like, oh,
I might be signing up for
Representation.
Gigabit internet when I get home.
You what?
why?
Because I just looked and there's, for some reason, it won't let me upgrade my plan to Gigabit.
Yeah.
But Gigabit is offered for new customers at my address.
That's weird.
So I might have to
Go into a store and be
reach
like,
out to Xfinity and be like, so for some reason I'm
Listen.
paying $90 a month for 300 megabyte downloads, but you offer Gigabit for $80 a month?
And they're gonna go, well, you're this customer,
The
be
problem-
like
yeah.
AT&T, bitch.
And that's exactly
No,
what I'm gonna say. Because,
I'm not kidding.
well, that's convenient because AT&T just sent me this pamphlet last week.
I did the
Um,
exact same thing.
looks
That
like I should
doesn't
transfer.
work. I literally walked in and it was like, I want to find out about your gigabit packages because they literally went through. That just reminded me of Keegan Michael Key. I want the fucking Vegas package. No, but I went in and was like, I want to know about your gigabit package. They're like, oh well, yeah, well, you want gigabit internet? Okay, like what's your address? Okay, yep, and yeah, okay, okay, cool. So it's gonna be it looks like $299 a month for gigabit internet, $299 a month. And they were going through, and I was like, that's ridiculous. And they were like, yeah, well, it's gigabit. I mean, that's the newest thing right now, and, you know, it's expensive to get.
Newest thing.
Well-
Imagine that's had it for like several years now.
But I literally was like, oh, well, that's interesting, because I was like, and I said the same thing, and I pulled it out, and I was like, and it was actually a letter that got sent to Kaylee, and she was like, just throw it away, and I was like, I'm going to take this into Comcast. It was gigabit internet, TV. It was basically what they just offered me for $140. The same thing, same price, everything. So I walked in and I was like, "Hey, this is what they're offering me at AT&T," and they were like, "Wow, that's a good deal. You should take it." I was like,
That's what
Deuces.
When I lived on the East Coast, that's what so the two big ones out there are Verizon Fios,
Yep.
their fiber optic gigabit, and Cox Communications.
"Yeah,
Cox.
yeah."
And at
It
the time,
always makes me
at the
laugh.
time that I lived at my old apartment, the only place that was wired there was Cox Communications. That's the account I had. Moved to my new apartment, still had Cox Communications.
They
as
were
my
owned by the
internet.
same company, so you're not a new customer. No.
And so I was like, oh well, Xfinity, Verizon has gigabit internet for this much, and I literally took it into the Cox store and was like, hey, I just moved. You know, I want to take my service with me, so I don't have to deal with any of the transfer stuff. You guys have gigabit internet. I want, Verizon offered me this, and the tech was literally like, shit, I wish they had that in my neighborhood. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do anything like that. You should take that. And I was like, and he's like, I can walk you through canceling your service right now. I was like,
am I being punched?
sure, let's go ahead.
That's what happened to me, but the guy was like super passive aggressive about it. Because when I was going through, he was like, "Oh, okay, like fine. You want to go ahead and cancel your service?" And I was like, "Well," and I was completely bluffing at the time. I was like not prepared to do it. So I was like, "Well, I don't know. I'll think." And he goes, "No, let's go ahead and cancel your service."
Oh, he
So-
was hardcore.
Well,
calling your
he
bluff.
was
calling it
like,
so
he
hard.
literally was like, "Okay, and cool. And with your agreement, that's a $350 termination fee. Do you want to put that on your card?" And I was like, "I'll be back." I was like, "I'm gonna go."
I
I'm gonna
left
think
my
about
credit
it.
card at home. Sorry.
I will say, so
We
we're
can do
currently
it
at
on
2
call.
hours and 8 minutes on this podcast so far.
Who gives a fuck?
Well,
Joe.
I I will say, last thing before we head out, though, Joe, specifically because I think you and I are the only two people that will care.
I don't care.
I can't drop.
First episode of this season of Archer just ended.
I know. I literally just tried to buy it on my phone like 5 minutes ago. It's not up yet.
No.
Oh, Archer
Do you
1999.
ever
Yeah.
I still have to finish.
Abundantly, you've been You've been quiet, bitch.
Well,
You been quiet, bitch.
most of the stuff that we've talked about, you talked about ESO for like an hour, and I don't play ESO.
This is true. It was. Sorry, we've been playing it a
If
lot.
I could just throw something out there. If
Don't
you
give a
haven't,
shit. That's
okay.
Nick.
No, if you haven't picked it up and you're looking for a big, dumb, fun game to just blow off some steam, Rage 2 is fantastic.
Yes!
I need to get it.
It's
yeah.
literally, it's Doom, open world, in a Mad Max universe. Think of the controls of Doom, and the over-the-top just killing spree you can go on
have
that.
a flashlight and a gun.
No, Doom, not Doom.
Not Doom
Kidding.
3.
Kidding.
My
Yeah.
only question
Although
is there
3
a
has
game
shoulder-mounted
like the
flashlight
first
now.
game?
So it takes place like 100 years after. So some of like the
But do I need to know anything? for that?
No.
Or can I go
No.
I
No, no,
couldn't
no.
handle
What I
the
need
first
to
game
know.
was so boring.
I hated it. That's why
That's
when
so
everyone was
bad.
like Rage
so
2,
yeah,
I was
okay,
like,
so
fucking look
so
at
so
that.
here's the thing about that, which is really funny because like Inside Gaming did a thing about this too, but it's not been getting great reviews Rage
At all.
2.
In any way, shape, or form, which is...
75 out of 100 on Metacritic.
But
Oh, did it? Oh, it went up. Oh, okay.
I was just saying,
Because it was like 69 or 70 or something like that. And I was like, nice. And then I was like, well, that deserves a better score still. No, but
well, but it's...
every person I've talked to though says it's incredible.
What-
I was like, I don't know who the fuck.
So here's
produced
the
this
thing.
game, but-
What's ironic is that it got a worse Metacritic score than the first one, and everybody didn't. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people didn't like the first one.
Yeah.
I literally played for like an hour.
But see,
I'm done.
But what's
Like,
really
I'm
funny
still like
is...
Fallout and Borderlands.
Because I even watched the same thing on Inside Gaming. There are reviews where they're like, this game is a fucking blast. Doing this is fun. Doing this is
The
fun.
controls
I
are
had
awesome.
a fucking blast. The combat is amazing. The controls are awesome. 4 out of 10.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the actual... None of that correlates. Like, in any way...
I can
and,
see that on
It's
all
it's like they just had a hat, and they're like 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like what?
but like...
Wonderful
I
game.
like this
Highly
game.
recommend. It is the greatest game you'll ever play. Give me a dart and
Like, the
two.
only downside I have seen on any review is
Junk
the
Goodman.
storyline is mediocre. That's all I've heard.
Correct.
I
Is-
heard a little bit of bugs, but I mean,
I'm not rated.
John
I-
Goodman- seriously, though, is John Goodman in it? He's in
What?
the first one. Like he's the main part of the first game. So I'm trying to figure out if John
I
Goodman.
didn't even get
Oh,
there.
no.
I don't
didn't get that
think
far.
he is.
I didn't know that.
You didn't. He's
I was
literally
so
the game
bored
is
with
you
the
start the game. Okay.
And you walk around, there's enemies to kill. You pick up a boomerang.
Uh-huh.
Wingspan.
Uh-huh. And then you do that, and it says go talk to this guy. That's John Goodman.
Oh, I must have. I blanked out then.
I was just
Because
saying,
I got to the
literally,
point
like,
where I think
he's
you
the
could drive
first
a
guy
car.
you meet.
I
Yeah,
drove a
you
car.
drive the car to him.
Yeah, and then after that, I was just like,
Yeah, I quit after meeting John Goodman because I was in the car and I kept going off a ramp and I was like, well, that was fun, and then I was like, I'm done.
I got Rage for free.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
Yeah.
from
That's Insiders?
yeah.
That's the Insiders. That's the only reason why I played that game.
But my point.
I wish that was still a thing.
My point is that
I was just thinking about that.
it's like everybody's judging it. I think I told this specifically. It's like they're rating this game as if like they're trying to rate a fish how well it can walk on land.
Right?
Like they're saying there's like, oh, it's not a great story. It's not supposed to be an in-depth story. It's supposed to be here's
Like
a
Just Cause
here's a
type
rocket
thing?
launcher, blow things up and kill things and have
Like
fun.
Just Cause.
That's what I don't get with like when I talk to people about Mad Max, and it's funny because I said the same thing before I saw Mad Max, but the new Mad Max, everyone would talk to me was like, oh yeah, like the entire movie, entire plot is go from point A to point B back to point A. I was like, that sounds fucking stupid. And then you see it and you're like, oh, that was great.
Yeah.
Mad Max is not a game or a movie that's supposed to have like in-depth storyline. You watch it because you're like, holy shit, they just.
You want to turn your
You're like-
brain off and just have
Yeah,
some
like a
fucking
guitar.
I
fun.
literally
Yeah.
suspended over a giant truck with
You want
speakers
to see
just
shit
playing
like
guitar
that?
as they
To
drive
be
through.
fair,
fuck what the story,
the story in that game, that movie was still really good.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
still
Yeah.
love the
But-
whole dynamic of it.
But I mean, like judging Rage on its story.
Shakespeare.
I agree.
Judging Rage on its story is like going on date night to go see John Wick for the romance subplot.
Right.
Like,
Dad made a comment about that. He was like, the subplot of his felt kind of flat. He was like, it was visually cool, but it was kind of mediocre.
That's not a.
Well, that's, you didn't go for the right
Kung
reason.
Fu. It's the same reason
Yeah.
you go see Kung Fu movies.
The
Yeah.
other thing though is he was like, it's so unbelievable, and I was like, it's meant to
That's
be.
the point. I want to see John Wick kill 6
I
guys
want
on
my
motorcycles with a fucking katana.
I think my
I
dad
wanna
just wants to
build
see
the
grounded
the
movies because he's
Continental
tired
kind
of
of
seeing
video
movies
game.
that are just so
Yeah.
like
Super
What?
grounded.
he was like
Have you
literally
seen
they
John
kill
Wick?
like 400 people
Which
in the movie
one?
and like no one
Oh,
calls
yeah.
the cops.
Oh, the hotel.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I just forgot what that was called.
In
for a second.
any like
I've
in
not
an
seen any of these
MMO
movies.
or in fucking Star Citizen or something, I want to build the Continental. I want to get it so it's like
What just announced a
People
new
go there.
thing? Not Star Citizen. There's a game. Something just announced a new Stellaris. Is that a game?
Stellaris. It just announced a new
thing?
expansion.
Yeah, I read that like at 3 in the morning last night because my phone went off and I was like, why the fuck is my phone going off? And it was
Historic
literally
something.
Stellaris. And I
They're
was like, I've
changing
never
some more
played
stuff.
this.
I gotta go through and I gotta play more of the last expansion where they created mega corporations.
I haven't touched that game.
But anyway, yeah. Now that we're at 2 hours and 14
Yeah,
minutes.
play Rage. Despite what the internet says.
Well, yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
the internet.
The
I just
the
love
moral
this
of
guy.
today's story
I want to play Rage just because of this guy.
Is-
I won't play him because I don't know if we're allowed to.
I like cheese.
yeah, moral of today's story, play Rage 2, and no, I cannot paradiddle nose. So I'm Nick,
I'm Tyler.
Joe,
Shannon.
Corey.
and that is the episode.
Corey!
Thank you.
personal space.